This
Okay.
year we'll do it. We'll do it your time.
It would have been 8 o'clock though, right? Like for me, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Actually, to be fair, I'm down with either one. I don't know, like, but it does sound hopefully like more and more people are getting done with daylight savings time.
All
Fucking, I'm
right.
so overdoing that shit.
Yeah, it really is fucking yeah unnecessary.
Yeah, it's just a waste of everybody's time. It's one of those things. I was gonna tweet out a link, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I don't have Twitter. I'm really kind of liking not being on Twitter, man. It is super nice.
Yeah, I haven't missed it, dude.
Let's see. Oh, I misspelled it. Oh well, there we go. I shouted it out on my own Discord, right? That's shilling, right?
Yeah,
All
that
right,
works.
perfect. Oh god, what was one of the ones? This is one of the ones that I don't get is the people that get offended over things that you're eating. But they're not eating it, so I don't understand how it's like reasonable for them to get offended. And I'm not even talking
Like
about like
vegans or
easy like
something, or
vegans, but just like people that get mad because you're eating food they don't like.
oh wow,
Like my
like you're
dad
eating
does some shit.
sauerkraut. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah, like legit, my dad does that shit.
Wow.
He gets offended over shit. He'd be like, "Oh, you put ketchup on your macaroni and cheese? It's disgusting." It's like, but you're
Well, to
not
be
eating it, dude.
fair,
What the fucking who cares?
to be fair, that is disgusting.
If,
No, I'm
if it's if it's the
kidding.
really, it depends on what kind of mac and cheese you're talking about. I kind of like it on all of it, but like mainly it's for like that shitty box stuff with the powder mix.
No, yeah,
Because in that, you're not really getting mac and cheese anyway. But if I wouldn't put it on like a really like legitimate like plate of mac and cheese. You know what I mean? Where
yeah.
it's like,
I use
oh,
hot
somebody
sauce,
spent and
dude.
made like an actual cheese sauce and mixed up some stuff with that. You use the
Yeah,
hot dog?
yeah, no, no. I use hot sauce.
Oh, hot sauce. Yeah, I could see hot sauce. That'd be good.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't use ketchup, but yeah, I wouldn't be like angry.
You
You know
get
what I
upset
mean?
over it and shit. It's like, wow, dude.
How dare you?
Oh man, it's so funny. It's just like, but you're not eating it. Like, why are you mad? Nobody knows. And then he can't explain it. And sometimes, well,
I mean, are we
he's not as
live,
mad
dude?
about it now. But he used to get really mad
Oh, we
about it
are
and
live.
just like huff off. Yeah, oh yeah, we're live. This is the excitement that our stream has become. Um,
Hooray!
for as long as it lasts, because it might not last past the end of this month.
Mm-hmm.
I think what is the new Twitter term, or not new Twitter, new YouTube terms of service they're putting out.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
basically, they've set it up. It looks like it. Nobody knows for sure, obviously, but it looks like they're setting up for a big round of shutting channels down.
Yeah.
And it's basically anything that's not advertiser friendly, whether or not you monetize your channel at all. Because like some
Yeah.
channels, like they demonetize, but then YouTube still runs ads.
Yeah.
So now they've used
Yeah.
that as like a reason why they can just like, um, what do you call it? Just shut down any channel, like ban it altogether from YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Jesus,
that's going to definitely be a lot of channels are going to get fucked. And I'm sure, like usual, like some of the big channels that get fucked will come back, but like most of the smaller and medium channels are just going to disappear forever. So
yeah, I don't
strongly
know. I think we.
recommend backups for everybody, though nobody's listening to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we fly under the radar because
Oh
nobody
yeah,
watches us, so
yeah. I
kind of
don't
helps
think we
us
have
out.
anything to worry about at all. I don't think nobody gives a shit about what we talk about. But
Yeah.
like everybody should back up on like BitChute or StreamMate or whatever, like on any one of the live streaming sites and propagators that are out there. If they haven't
Yeah.
already backed up their channel, hopefully they do it within the end of this month. Like, well, I'm gonna probably make a BitChute and just back up all the content
Sponsor.
there as well, if it's not too hard for me to figure out.
Yeah, this all needs to be recorded for posterity, dude.
I kind of want to look back on some of it, when I'm like really
Yeah.
old.
I know I'm being a smartass, but yeah, no, it would suck to lose it because what's going to happen is after we're dead, we're going to get super popular. Yeah, we're artists, dude, and again, artists generally not appreciated until after we're dead.
I don't think that's going to work out the way you hope, but I like your where you're coming from.
Oh god. Did you see the I don't know if you heard about this, but they the crazy leftist progressives have decided that the term blind spot, like for in your vehicle, your blind
Mm-hmm.
spot, is ableist. So they want people to start referring to it as the dead angle.
Dead angle. The
Yeah.
fuck?
Yep.
Neither of those is offensive to anybody. Like anybody who's offended by that is just retarded.
Yeah. Although people on the one that I watched that was saying how stupid it was or whatever, the people in the comments were like, "Dude, that's offensive to the fucking deceased." Dead angle.
It's offensive to the deceased. But like that's offensive to people that speak English. Like it's so fucking dumb
Yeah.
sounding.
Dude, I could not believe it. I'm like, really? Blind spot? You motherfuckers have too much free time.
Yeah, you're sitting like how much time during the day do they spend looking for shit to be mad at?
Yeah, no, they. It must be on their mind literally all the time, dude.
Yeah.
How can I be offended by that? How can I be offended by something? They're just driving in their
Hey,
car
what
and
was it?
somebody's like, all right, I'm going to check my blind spot.
One of those like
Ooh.
stupidest shit to get offended over. This dude's hanging out with the. Apparently, he didn't realize, but ended up at a lunch with the Tumblrette squad, and one of the trans girls goes and starts talking about Daniel Tosh and how he's sexist and whatnot. And so he's like, "Oh, did he say something in his act, or was it like something off off the stage? Like what happened? What did he say?" And then she got just like fucking livid that he would even ask that question. And it's like he's just asking for more information. He's not saying anything like remotely like I don't know, like controversial. I don't understand.
Yeah, it sounded like he was fucking actually interested in your fucking nonsense, dude. You should
Yeah,
fucking be appreciative.
like it's like people are just getting offended over like conversation. Like
Nah.
he asked for more information on your like your what you're talking about in order to like have more conversation with you, and you just start screaming at him in the middle of a restaurant. Like, sir, this is a
They're
Denny's.
literally screaming at him?
Yeah.
Wow.
And all the fucking Tumblrettes that were with her, like, did the oh you're such a shit look to him.
Right.
I'm like, why did he stay after that? Like, I don't understand some people when it comes to that.
Dude,
Like, if you're
I
gonna
would
scream
fucking
at me
I
at
would
fucking dinner, I'm out. Unless
I
it's
would
funny.
start fucking laughing in their fucking face, dude.
Yeah, if it was funny,
I,
yeah, that'd be funny.
dude, I think people need to start doing that, dude. Like, I listen to people like at lectures and shit where they're saying crazy fucking nonsense, and I'm like, why is nobody in that fucking crowd laughing their
Mm-hmm.
fucking ass off at the
I would
stupid
be.
shit this person's saying? Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that would be really effective. What? All my fucking progressive friends, they think this is totally reasonable. Why are you laughing? Yeah,
Yeah, I
or
would.
the one of the dudes that I watched, I forget what specifically he was talking about, um, but he was basically like, "Oh, dude, all you got to do is just keep saying nobody cares, nerd. Nobody cares, nerd," over and over again. Like that's gonna hit them because they're little fucking dorks in fucking like high school and shit.
That's so fucked up, but so fucking gloriously effective. I can imagine.
Right? Oh shit! I think I remember what it was. It was the one where um, this dude, these guys were fishing, and fucking the guy actually grabbed the fish and threw it back
What the
because
fuck?
fishing is evil.
Oh god.
Yeah, yeah. That was quite a while ago. It was First, what was really fucked up is first they fucking like prime their kid with to go up there and say some shit to them, like their like 8-year-old kid or 10-year-old kid or
Oh, I
whatever.
hate that.
Excuse me, why are you doing that to the fish? Yeah, and then later he came up and fucking like talked shit and threw the fish back, and then the cop showed up and basically he got fucking ticketed, not like arrested, but he at least got ticketed for
Yeah, it
because the
wasn't enough
law.
value to actually put him in cuffs. Or I
Yeah,
assure
because
you
the
that
law
officer
is if you
probably would have
catch a
been happy
fish,
to. He's like,
yeah,
I
like
gotta
the
come out
laws.
here because you felt like it wasn't okay for somebody to fish? Yeah, I want to fucking put you in jail right now.
Right, no shit. Yeah, but yeah, it's literally like the law is if you catch a fish, it is your fucking property as soon as you catch it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 100%.
So yeah,
That's why they go after
so
people that fish outside of where, like, what the rules are so hard.
yeah, where you're not allowed to fish without
Because
a
you're basically taking
license.
public property and making it private property. So it's
Yeah,
like, you gotta be within the right limits so that you're not, like, fucking everyone over.
yeah. Although fishing licenses have gotten like even in areas where you're allowed to, fishing licenses have gotten pretty fucking expensive.
Yeah, well,
I
I
think it's like
mean,
I think it's like $40 a year now or something like that.
that's so fucking cheap. I've
Yeah.
compared to a lot of other things you can buy out there. I don't know if it's
Oh
cheap
yeah,
for
you're in
a fishing
California.
license, but yeah.
It's probably like $6,000 in California, dude.
No, actually, you know what? I don't have a fishing license. I don't fish.
Yeah, I don't much. It's only when I fucking go camping or something. That's the only time I really go fishing.
Yeah, fishing license in California. Okay. Wow. If you want, so there's different kinds of fishing license. There's sport fishing and regular fishing.
Oh yeah, well you're on the ocean, I guess. Is that why?
Yeah, and so like the sport fishing goes in like 1 day or 2 day resident or non-resident fees of like $15 to $20 or something like that. So okay, if you want to do just like for a year, it's $50 for a resident sport fishing pass. Non-resident is
All right. As soon as you start naming,
134.
you cut out for like 8 seconds. Yeah, I literally as soon as you started you.
Oh, as soon as they start talking.
Well, as soon as you started naming the prices, it cut out for like
Fucking
10
California, it's like,
seconds.
nah, don't fucking let them tell the prices.
So embarrassing.
Yeah, it's like $50 for a resident, 135 for a non. For it looks like for a year license.
Oh yeah, so that's comparable, man.
That's not too bad. And it makes sense that they would charge people from out of town like more, but still.
Yeah.
And then you can get a bunch of like reduced for things. Like there's all sorts of shit. Like if you're an American Indian, you can get one for nothing. If you're under the poverty line, something like that. So eventually, like, if for whatever reason you are, pardon me, if you are like subsistence fishing, like you're fishing in order to like have enough food to get by,
Right.
like then you can get like a sport fishing license for free as long as you fill out all the proper forms and shit and qualify. Or you can even get a lifetime list license if you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $500 and some odd dollars, $800, $900 is the highest.
Yeah, and ours they used to have different shit. Like if you had the regular fishing license, and then you had to get if you were going to catch trout, you had to have a trout stamp for like an extra $8 or something.
Oh yeah,
But
that
now,
sounds pretty
now
fucking
it's just
crazy.
yeah, now it's just there's no special stamps or whatever.
Yeah. It makes more sense to simplify it to that point, because like at a certain point, like how can you expect anybody to ever fucking know what they're supposed to have and not have?
Yeah, or how you're going to fucking determine what kind of fish bites on your fucking line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I am munching on some. Probably the worst thing I could have possibly made is Nutella, peanut butter, and M&Ms mixed together.
God damn, dude. Yeah. Well, I've done Nutella and peanut butter. That's some good shit. Never thought to add M&Ms to it.
Just don't make too much peanut butter and Nutella when you add in the M&Ms, because obviously
Yeah, it gets
it's
messy.
already rich enough as it is, and you fucking throw it in candy and be like sick for a day.
Right.
But I've been smoking weed and eating edibles since this afternoon, so like obviously I'm like, ooh, what am I gonna have? I'm gonna fucking mix peanut butter and M&Ms and Nutella. We're probably lucky there isn't like chocolate syrup or fucking strawberry jam in there.
Yeah, that does sound like a fucking stoner concoction.
Yep. I remember one time my friends and I, when we were camping, we were like, s'mores are pretty fucking awesome. And this is stone cold sober, like none of us even drank at this point. And we were like, I wonder what would happen if you just made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and just put a s'more in the middle. And so we were like, well, we have peanut butter and jelly and bread and s'mores stuff. Let's do it.
Yeah, we can do this experiment right here.
So that breakfast was diabetes on a fucking plate.
Right.
Fucking. It's a lot of fucking sugar. But you know what? It wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know some people actually use Nutella instead of like a Hershey bar or whatever.
Oh, that would actually make sense. Yeah, because it'd be like softer, and you wouldn't have to wait for like the heat from the marshmallow to kind of melt the chocolate as much.
Nah, I still prefer the Hershey's.
I think it would be worth giving it a try, but probably the Hershey's is still better.
Yeah, I like Nutella, but
Yeah, like it's like if you're gonna have like a couple 3 s'mores, you might try one with Nutella, but the rest with Hershey's. You know?
yeah, like you said, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, you try it the one time, and obviously, you're not going to be regretting having Nutella with you on a camping trip.
Right.
I'm sure there's something else you can come up with. How Nutella on pancakes would be pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah,
especially
I think they do that.
Berries.
Yeah, they definitely do that. Like IHOP and shit. They have like I think crepes. Usually it's crepes.
Oh yeah, because they got to fill crepes with something. And Nutella's easy; it's already made. They don't have to like. Although then again, I'm sure all the stuff at the fucking those kind of restaurants shows up in like a big tub that's already mixed.
Yeah, it's basically like they have blueberries and strawberry. I think it's mainly pie filling, like cherry pie filling or blueberry pie filling.
Most likely. Still tasty though.
Yeah, crepes are fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, and the one with it, like, there's certain restaurants like Denny's, which are like, they're pretty fucking gnarly, but goddamn, do they save your life like every so often? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's not your first choice. It's not your first choice, but every so often, maybe you just get lost driving somewhere, or it's fucking 4 a.m. on the way back from visiting family or something, and you gotta stop somewhere and get like a cup of coffee and some fucking food.
Yeah,
Denny's is always there, like a shining beacon in the night,
Right. It'll do in a pinch.
Yeah, exactly. Like we evacuated. That was where we ended up for breakfast. We're like, well, there's a Denny's. Let's go pull in there.
Yeah, you know what you're getting, as opposed to eating something at some local restaurant. You never know.
Yeah, well, it just happened to be like right in like a couple parking lots away. It was more than anything.
Just the convenience.
Yeah, more than any concern over like locality or like what food was there. We were just like, oh, it turns out none of the hotels are going to let anybody in until 3:00 in the afternoon, and it's 6 in. Oh, that's great. Fucking
fantastic.
Let's go get some breakfast and like panickedly try to figure this shit out on the phone. Yay!
Let's see how long we can stay in the Denny's before they insist that we leave.
Yeah, well, and the funny thing is my mom had 2 hotel rooms and then canceled them before confirming that she had other hotel rooms. So there was like an hour there where we were like, well, we might not be staying in Berkeley.
Yeah, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Why did she cancel it before having something else lined up?
No one knows but her.
Did you ask, or not even? Did you not bother to even ask?
At this point, I don't even ask.
Right. Yeah.
But she was super fucking like coming down off of a lot of adrenaline and shit.
Mm. Oh, with the evacuation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like we'd all been following the fire, so I don't know why she was as panicky as she was. Because there was no way the fire was that close to be any concern at all. There was no smoke in the air. Like the first time there was smoke coming, like just billowing through the neighborhood and shit. You know, you can kind of see some of the fires like lighting up the sky close by. Well, not close by, but you know, like you can kind of see some of the fires from the distance there. It was like, oh shit, man, we better fucking get the hell out of here.
Yeah, like that's damn close. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when like, you know, that was one when like neighborhoods that were like 20, like a 5-minute drive away burned down.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but this one, like the fire didn't even get into our city.
Although the dealing with the last one might have been a big part of why she was, you know, like even though it wasn't
I'm
close.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure that's why they hit the fucking panic button for as many places and as far as they did. But definitely next time I'm making my own call on evacuation. I'm not following the whatever they say. Unless the fire is
it mandatory or
it's mandatory. What are they going to fucking do?
Right.
They don't have the right to tell me they can't make you leave your house like that. So as far as I know, I don't know. Maybe there is some law about that, but I sincerely doubt it can be enforced.
Right. Like, what are they going to do? Fucking arrest you for not leaving?
Yeah, if they want, then they can, but I'm not doing that. But as far as I know, they've never done that. Like, unless it's areas where they've had, like, mass looting and shit, like in the fucking New Orleans area.
All right. Yeah, that shit was fucking nuts. Katrina and all that. Jesus. Good thing they had a fucking dude that running FEMA that had previously been head of the Arabian Horse Club or whatever that guy was.
Yeah, some of this shit that happens with fucking natural disasters. Hence why we were not evacuating to a shelter and we were evacuating to a hotel room somewhere, because I don't think anybody's putting their life in the hands of a fucking FEMA camp anytime soon on purpose.
Yeah, that would be an absolute last fucking resort.
Fucking really. That's one of those things where it'd be like fucking scary as fuck.
Yeah, scurry shit, man.
I mean, like, how bad are FEMA camps? Are they the kind where, like, they'll take your medications when you come in and, like, keep them, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to find out. Luckily, I live in an area that generally doesn't have to deal with that kind of shit. No earthquakes, no tornadoes, no hurricanes.
But you do get, like, fucking regular, like, 115 degree weather, so.
Yeah, but again, it's a dry heat.
Yeah, that does make a difference.
Yeah. At that point, it doesn't matter. It's fucking I mean, it would be humidity, obviously, but Jesus. Anything over 110 is just fucking horrible.
Oh, yeah, no, I can't even imagine. I'll pass on any of that shit.
Yeah, it's literally like you run out to your car, turn it on, turn the AC on, run back inside and wait like 10 minutes. And then fucking go out.
Yeah. Oh god, gaming is live with Pinoid and Full Metal Joker.
That's a good time.
Oh, I can't imagine that.
Yeah, he seems
I'm
so
not a fan of
fucking.
Pinoid. He's so
You know,
dumb.
yeah, I don't dislike him, but yeah, his opinions are weird.
Well, like, I
They're
don't
like
have a hate on for him. Like, Satan fucking hates the motherfucker.
yeah,
I'm just not a
like
fan. Like, I'm
genuinely.
not real interested in listening because it's just like, oh, that is. Like, is that an act? Is he, like, intending to, like, come off that fucking stupid? Like, as, like a
Yeah, I do kind of
character
wonder
or a
that.
bit? But the more you listen, the more you're like, no, that guy really is just that fucking stupid.
Scary thing is he's fucking knocked up a bunch of different chicks, dude. Got kids all over
Oh,
the place,
God.
dude.
I don't even.
Yeah. Anytime that shit comes up, I fucking immediately think of the beginning of Idiocracy, dude.
You did that. It does make you think of that, yeah. Go away, I'm fapping. My fapping chair. Or no,
Well,
baiting. That's right, I'm going, I'm baiting. My baiting chair.
no, I ain't biting.
That's fucking hilarious. I just like that they have like chairs designated for fucking just masturbating while they watch whatever on TV.
Yeah, it's that and a fucking toilet.
Oh, and built into the chair so you don't have to get up.
Yeah.
I like, wasn't it like in almost every chair? So like everywhere they went, everybody just like dropped trow constantly.
Yeah, I don't think they did that much other than in that. I would imagine.
Oh, I could have sworn there was a point in the White House where like somebody dropped trow to sit on one of the fucking chairs.
Yeah, it could have been. My memory's fucking horrible.
And also I haven't seen that movie in a while too, so I could be wrong too.
Yeah, honestly, dude, the movie is fucking. I used to love it, but now it's kind of depressing.
Because you started to come true, and you're like, oh shit, I can kind of fucking see it.
Yeah, yeah. Like back then, it really wasn't that bad. Like it was just starting with the reality TV and all that fucking nonsense. But
Oh,
yeah, now
reality
it's
TV
like
is such a fucking contributor to that. Just that fucking.
fucking weird narcissistic fucking mindset, dude.
Uh, like, is it really worth being on TV to the point where you make yourself look like a fucking fool? Apparently, the answer is hell yeah.
For a lot of people, the answer is absolutely yes.
Like, wait. I thought I was already on TV. Why are we waiting? Don't ask me these questions. Oh my god. Oh well. I mean, at least it kind of gives you an idea of like who not to fucking be around too much. Like Pinoid's funny, I'm sure for some people. Like they get a kick listening to him and whatnot, but like, just don't live in the same neighborhood if you can help it.
Yeah, just avoid it.
Oh man. This is like fucking. This is suddenly we're already like struggling for like what's fucking go on about. No,
Yeah, what's happening in the world?
well, it's that same old bullshit with the lie about what do you call it? They're gonna remove him from office. Oh, we're really gonna do it this time, guys. It's Mueller too.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that is it Schiff? Adam Schiff is
Who's lied consistently and badly through
yeah,
this entire fucking 4 years.
right. But apparently he's not allowing like any testimony from anybody that might like make Trump seem good.
Oh yeah, anybody that doesn't go with whatever lie they made up that can't be
Yeah.
proven.
Yeah, anything that's gonna fucking go against the narrative, he's just not allowing.
Which is it was just not. Well, it just makes him look worse. Like, and nobody really gives credence to this anyway. Because really, like I said, like it's Mueller too. We're really guys, we're gonna get him this time.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like they. Well, not almost like this is probably true that they're fucking, basically in cahoots with the fucking networks or any of the news places. Like, no, we got to keep selling this to him that he's bad. So you got to pretend that you're going to impeach him.
Yeah, impeachment 24/7. Like whether or not we have any actual evidence to like justify impeachment, just pretend we do. I guess that's how it works now. We have eyewitnesses
Yeah.
that used to work for fucking Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, no conflict of interest there.
Like, you said that with a straight face, as if none of us thought like that was a bad thing. But that's like the whole thing, because it's like there really isn't much else. I mean, apparently Biden saw some of the creepy Uncle Biden things and got real mad at the memes,
Oh, yeah.
which just made
Dude.
him look dumber.
Yeah, well, he references the shit like a fucking idiot, dude. Like, um, when this was a few months ago, but like at some point at something he was speaking at, he like had like some kids come up from the audience and do whatever the fuck they were doing, and like he made a reference to the you know how people think he's fucking creepy. Like, dude, you're not. That's trying to be like fucking glib about it. It's not fucking.
That's
It's
the
not a good
wrong
look,
way.
dude.
Joe, just don't
Yeah,
talk about it at all, Joe. Just fucking
yeah.
don't.
But apparently nobody's got the balls to like tell him, like, dude, knock that shit off, dude. It's making it worse.
If you're drawing attention to it, then you're suddenly part of it, and it gives it credence. When if you just don't respond at all, it makes it like less. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
still trying to think of the word for it. Less suspicious, or less. I don't know. It would be better. It would make it less of a focal point. Give less space for like rumors to fucking latch on and shit. But whatever. Of course, then again, I don't think they actually wanted the actual vote for impeachment proceedings to get pushed, because now like it won't be up to the fucking Democrats. It'll be up to like they have to like both sides get representation and whatever they're going with, and the Republicans get to like question all the witnesses.
yeah. It would be a fucking shit show. That's why I don't think they'll ever even vote, dude. I don't think they plan to. I don't
Well,
think they
they're
plan.
supposedly going to vote for it, is what last I heard, but
Oh,
maybe
like they set a date or whatever to actually vote on it.
I'm not sure. I know Pelosi is talking about it, and like, everybody's basically treating it like it's a done deal. Oddly enough,
They're fucking Jesus, dude.
I mean, it would be a big blow for the Democrats as opposed to like trying to keep it like in the background noise during the election might help them a little, because they don't really have like a platform per se. Like, there's really, I can't imagine what their platform would be.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought they intended on doing. Like, they're like, yeah, we're looking into it, but it's never actually voting on it.
Yeah,
Just to have it hanging over them like through the election is kind of what I figured they were going to do.
it would have been a
they're
better
actually going
strategy.
to vote on it. Yeah,
Supposedly,
yeah,
everybody's treating it like it's a done deal, but I don't know. So, like,
yeah, I don't know. I'll until it actually happens, I'm going to say they're not that stupid, but they very well might be.
yeah, exactly. Don't count them out.
Don't underestimate the stupidity of those guys.
Yeah, nothing is foolproof to a sufficiently talented fool.
Indeed.
But I don't know, like, because I mean, it really does look like Biden is really their only possible candidate that can carry it, which is too bad.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't Warren is Warren behind him now? Because for a bit there, she was actually ahead.
She had a really good surge, but it just didn't last for very long. So like she topped out essentially.
Yeah,
and now she's
that would be
starting to
hilarious. She got the nomination. Holy fuck.
At one point, her people were calling themselves the Warren Wagons.
The what?
Warren Wagons.
Warren Wagons.
I don't know. It was something in reference to like the Pocahontas stuff or whatever.
Why the fuck would
I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, you know that huge embarrassing thing that happened that you fucking did. See, this that still fucking cracks me up, dude. She's like, "See, I am part, I am part Indian. 1,024th.
Mm.
God damn! Like, how are you that fucking stupid? Like, get the results, and to get those results, and think it's a good idea to put it out, and still try to claim the Native American heritage.
Why even do the test in the first place?
Mm,
Don't dignify that shit with a fucking response of actually doing it.
yeah, it does. It really doesn't make sense, dude. She's just fucking insane. Like I think she's legitimately fucking crazy, dude.
The problem is they keep thinking they can beat Trump at his own game because they think they're better at it.
All right.
And it's like, no, no, no. Trump got where he got by virtue of his own fucking accomplishments. So, like,
Yeah.
there's no safety net and there's no group of people backing him. You know, he's on his own. He has to either live or die by fucking whatever he puts out there.
Right.
Versus, like, these guys got the fucking cushy jobs. They get voted into office and they get, like, these standardized fucking, like, responses and attacks that they're allowed to use. You know what I mean? Like, it's all like the like this nonsense. We
Yeah,
have
that's
rules to
really.
war. Like, he violated the rules of war. Like, we have rules for that shit? What?
Mm, but yeah, but she has so much shit that Trump could pounce on, dude.
Oh, yeah, no, she wouldn't have a chance. None of the people would have a chance.
Yeah, not really. You wouldn't think
They don't have
so.
anybody.
Yeah, although there's a lot of people that were kind of for Trump that are kind of like disillusioned with him that are talking about like not voting for him this time.
Mm,
Like, I mean, I get it because like the fucking red flag laws and there's some shit that he's doing that does not look good. But I still look at it like, is there really somebody better that's a viable alternative that you're going to vote for?
yeah.
Yeah. So and I
Well,
yeah, he's still going to be better than any alternative.
at the end of the day, though, those are just the minority fringe. You know what I mean? Because the main people that you really have to convince are the undecideds. And those are the people Trump is
Right.
winning over in large amounts. Because
Yeah,
that's
this
what's
is
going to
true.
matter at the end of the day. A lot of
Yeah,
the fringe
and
people just don't matter. Like, you're never going to please them, so don't try.
yeah. Although again, if they switch to not voting for him, I mean, the last one wasn't. I mean, he won pretty comfortably, but you know what I mean. That little bit, you never know, could make a difference.
Mm. No, but he did the one thing that the absolute have to do for Republicans. The
Mm.
economy is way better than it was.
Yeah, yeah,
Way, way, way
yeah. There's a
better
lot of
in
shit
every
that's way
fucking
better
way.
than it. Yeah,
So literally, I think the people that are talking about not voting for him are a very small fringe, and probably are going to vote for him anyway. Because I mean, like, what are their options? Like
yeah. And
fucking
honestly, I think they're gonna,
Joe Biden.
before next November. Before next November, I'm pretty sure even they're gonna fucking realize that voting for anyone else is fucking stupid.
Oh yeah. Well,
Like they're, they're
the
seeing
Democrats
shit now.
basically screwed the only candidate who even could have come close, and even she would have still lost by a fair amount, was Tulsi Gabbard.
Right.
She probably would have done the best out of everybody they had up this year.
Yeah, she was fairly moderate. She kind of
Yeah,
made sense.
exactly. She didn't bow to the fucking fringe left wing, which is exactly what they needed to get the undecided back on their side. And nope, apparently not. Also banging too.
Also, what?
Banging. Hot.
Oh yeah, that doesn't hurt.
Mm-mm.
Apparently, I don't know if you saw it or not, but apparently Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
I suddenly can't remember how to pronounce her name. But anyways, I guess she put out some kind of video. Um, I don't know, Sticks was talking about it. Let me see if I can find it. But basically, I think she was watching like videos, of her detractors and kind of like reacting to it. And all I know is Sticks was like, "I dare you to try to watch the thing." Like it's so fucking cringy, dude. He's like, "I had to because I cover politics, so I had to watch it." He's like, "I dare you to try to watch that video." Like, apparently, it's that fucking bad. I should have fucking watched it. I meant to, and I never did. Like, I almost have to see this if it's that fucking bad.
That sounds horrifying, and now I have to look
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah. Oh, this is
This is
the,
definitely your fault. When I do eventually watch this.
oh god. Let's see. Yeah, this is the title of Styx's video is "Cringe Alert." Kamala Harris is insufferably unfunny and scripted. It's just funny. He's like,
Let's
basically
see.
like,
One
you don't
person's
want to watch
poverty
this.
is
It's
another
so
person.
bad. Like, even if you hate her, it's so fucking cringy that you won't make it through it.
Dude, she fucking made cookies in Iowa? Fuck, that's funny as hell. There's, Kamala Harris Cooks is apparently a big thing on her channel. I'm not seeing anything where she, like, reacts to anything.
She have a nice crab bisque recipe for the fucking natives in landlocked
So far, it's
Oklahoma.
bacon fried apples and Munster cookies in Iowa.
Wow.
That's fucking hilarious.
Dude.
Like, and then not to say like maybe she is a good cook. I don't know. Maybe that's something she's really good at. But it's just such a fucking like corny fucking thing to go when you're running for whatever she's running for.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it does seem pretty fucking pointless. Although, dude, the fact that Elizabeth Warren, this was a long time ago. You know about the cookbook recipe thing, right? The Native American cookbook thing from like I don't know how many years ago, but it's like probably decades ago. You know what I'm talking about?
What do you mean?
Basically, they were putting together a fucking Native American cookbook thing, and again, back then she was still claiming
that's
the fucking
right.
native shit.
Yeah, she's still pretending.
Yeah. And okay, so she fucking she's allegedly she was claiming to be Cherokee or whatever, like from like Oklahoma or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So the fucking recipe that she submits is a crab bisque recipe, which I don't know. Not a lot of crabs in Oklahoma.
Well, not for the fucking poor people.
Well, not even that. I mean, if it's going to be a native cookbook for your alleged people, why would you like? Okay, if you're a Native American tribe lived in California or somewhere near the fucking ocean, but I mean, Oklahoma's about as far away from the fucking ocean as you can get, dude. So why would you have a fucking recipe with crab in it?
Because she did a fucking poll, and that was the one that people wanted to hear more recipes for.
Yeah, some fucking nonsense, dude.
That's fucking funny.
That's what shit like that is like. She's genuinely fucking insane, dude. So calmly insane, dude. Like it's creepy. Like she talks like a reasonable person, but she's fucking insane. I kind of want her. I kind of want her to get the nomination, just for the fucking entertainment value.
I want to see her and Mark Zuckerberg sit down together and try to come off as real, genuine human beings, like every other one of us. Like in like an interview or something.
Right. Yeah.
Or even just like a live stream where they talk for like half an hour. I want to see how they try to pretend to be human like everyone else.
Right. Yeah. Well, she's just fucking insincere, but fucking Zuckerberg really acts like he's a fucking android, dude.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine.
Sip water.
He has personal assistants, like probably multiple personal assistants and like secretaries and shit that work with him every fucking day.
Right.
Can you even imagine how like weird that would fucking be and how surreal? Like
Right.
every day you become more and more convinced that that's just wax over some sort of weird fucking robot and not like skin anymore.
Right. You want to like cut his arm open like in Terminator?
Yeah, exactly. And see if there's like
Like,
fucking like tendons or just fucking metal pistons down there.
yeah. Fucking. Yeah. Although apparently he
Fucking
is
creeps me
on the
out,
fucking
dude.
spectrum. He is some form of fucking autism, dude.
Man, I don't know what. I've never seen anybody who has autism that makes them look like a fucking robot. Like,
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, not cues and that kind of shit is one thing, but yeah, literally moving and sounding like a fucking robot. That's a that's a unique one.
oh man, that shit was funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. I like he's like, I'm gonna have a beer and cook dinner like a regular American.
Mm,
Bitch, don't even try. Nobody fucking believes that shit.
yeah, yeah. She's a fucking about as waspy as you fucking get, dude. Just elitist fucking cunt, dude. I'm just a regular person. Let me sip my beer.
And it wasn't even like a Coors Light. It was like a fucking some fancy fucking like microbrew.
Oh wow. Yeah, like she couldn't even pretend to drink like a regular fucking beer.
Mm-hmm. Or like a Miller, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Something the working man would drink.
Certainly not anything that tastes like an actual beer. You know, I mean,
Right. God damn it. We need a third person to join. What the fuck is Satan doing?
well, what are you doing? Playing not Game of Thrones. Why did I say Game of Thrones? League of Legends.
League of Legends. Oh yeah, it says so right here. Satan satire. Little green, blue, whatever color that is. Playing League of Legends.
Yep. Oh, you know what? Maybe he got off by an hour, or he just is not drunk enough. Oh man. I wish I had the fucking motivation to come up, like, take the ideas that I come up with and turn them into, like, actual, like, stories.
Shit, I don't know if you were talking to me, but
Oh, did I start cutting out again?
yeah, like I was thinking it was my question, but like even the little circle, you know, how it has a little circle thing that lights up when you're talking. Even that wasn't lit up like for a good 10 seconds.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's watching, but maybe it's just on my side.
Well,
'Cause
right
my
now nobody's
signal,
watching, so there's no way to know for sure which. Well, I was just saying, I wish I had the motivation to make the things that I come up with into, like, actual stories.
mm,
Because
yeah, I hear you.
I was watching some of those Reddit videos, and there was some, like, I forget what it was, but it was like the crappy things that happened during Truth or Dare or whatever. And like one
Mm.
kid was like, I got dared to go home.
Damn.
And so I was like thinking like, what if that was his superhero change moment, right? Like he's like, alright, those people are awful and I have to fucking murder them. But I don't
Right.
want to get caught. So I'm gonna look up and like looks up on the sex offender registry and like picks that guy's house and gets his fucking tools out of his shed or something. You know, very quietly goes around after everybody's, you know, asleep at the party house, screwing the windows and the doors shut. and then pours gas all around the outside so he can light the whole thing on fire from the outside in.
Mm-hmm.
But leaving as much of the tools and stuff as evidence that the pedophile that he fucking found on that sex offender registry did it. And that's like how it starts, right? Like that's when he's like 12 or something, and he's like at 12 years old I discovered I was a superhero. Like it just shows him fucking like burning the house full of these fucking punk kids down with
superhero, serial killer, potato.
And obviously not a very serious flick, although it can work that way, I suppose. Yeah. But then it just goes on and on, like he just finds people that are just assholes and fucking murders them. Like, and he's like, the mistakes you see in the superhero movies is they stand out on purpose. I look like everybody else, so I can move wherever I want. It's one of my superhero powers.
I'm entirely forgettable. Perfect.
Well, not anything like that. Just the fact that like nobody's looking for, like, because that's one of the things I was always kind of odd is like, if you're Batman, like, yeah, I guess that comes with the benefit of like everybody knows you're a hero, but then everybody knows you're a fucking hero. Like, you can't like, I don't know, man. You can't walk down the street as Batman and not get mobbed by people, I would assume. Or like in the fucking the darker movies where the other people start dressing as him. Oh no. Am I completely fucking out?
No, it's like coming and going. And again, I never know if it's mine or not, because like mine's signal bounces a lot of times.
Yeah. Mine I can't tell. Stream's good now, but
yeah, see now it's working. But yeah, wasn't that well, not exactly the same premise, but kind of for Dexter? Where it was basically like I've never watched it.
It's a little bit, yeah. I can see where you could get it, but like Dexter kills like serial killers. This dude kills like the guy that fucking holds up the line at a Starbucks.
Right, like just minor offenses.
Yeah, it's not like he's out there doing like real good. He's not a good guy.
Yeah, it's kind of like the which is one of my favorite comic book storylines was when the Punisher. I think I've mentioned it here before, but like pretty early on in the Punisher, when he came on the scene or whatever. Yeah. Basically, there was a point where he kind of snapped, and he was like doing shit like shooting at people for jaywalking or littering.
Oh shit! Yeah. I've heard about that. That would be pretty fucking epic.
Yeah, it's just fucking insane, dude. It's literally like everything. You all have to die.
So essentially, like, this dude would be kind of like along those lines, except not really looking at people breaking the law per se.
Right, just people that are assholes.
Yeah, or unlikable.
Yeah. Just like anyone that shows like a narcissistic or borderline type person, like, fuck you, world's better off with you out of it.
Yeah, he just fucking murders that dude, but he always sets up like other people with the fucking crime. Like, that's his whole thing. So somebody else takes the fall. Not like they don't ever figure it out. Like, he wants them to figure it out, but he just wants them to like come to the conclusion it's somebody else that they're like not inclined to give a shit about. Yeah. Like, set up a pimp or a hooker. Because who cares, right?
Right.
Or like a junkie. Like, he doesn't give a shit. Nobody's gonna believe the junkie didn't kill this guy. Trying to fucking steal money for his habit or whatever. Like, just a truly like fucked up, weird, psychopathic dude.
Yeah.
Who thinks of himself like as this Batman kind of figure, even though like let's see, somebody cuts him off on the fucking road. That's somebody that's got to go.
Right.
That kind of shit. Yeah. Although you could also take it the other way, and he fucking like graduates to going after criminals. But then, like you said, that's pretty much Dexter.
Yeah, it's actually an interesting plot, dude.
Which sounds really cool, but it's already done. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know that there's anything you could come up with like that would ever be really that original.
Yeah, it is tough nowadays.
Yeah.
So much shit has been done. It's really just rehashing fucking same old shit, different fucking with a different skin, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like, dude, my mom, around this time of year starts watching nothing but Christmas movies.
Oh no!
And holy fuck, dude! Because sometimes she'll watch them in the front room there where I'm at, and god damn, it's fucking horrifying, dude. Because it's obvious what's going to happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, those two are going to end up together, and then they'll have some kind of conflict, and then that'll get resolved by the end. Like, it's the same fucking thing every time.
Saved again, Santa.
This person's too busy to be in a relationship. This guy's dating a model for some reason, but she's a bitch. I hope they get together. See what happens.
And this
fucking
adorable little kid wants them to be a couple because he wants a mommy and daddy.
Yeah, they don't usually bring kids into them, dude.
No, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, not in these ones because they're essentially romance stories, but with a Christmas skin. Like that's all it is.
Oh yeah, I get it.
It's so bad, and like watching one earlier, and the dialogue was just awful. Like the two that were going to end up together were two authors, were writers or whatever, and they were fucking making a bunch of like writer puns, like as the dialogue, talking to each other and other people. Like, well, I guess that closes that chapter. Like stupid shit like that, dude. Constantly. I was like, who the fuck writes this shit? This is fucking horrible, dude.
That actually does sound pretty fucking bad.
Dude, I was telling him, like, you've got a lot of Christmas fucking movies. There's got to be a better one that you can be watching than this. There fucking has to.
Well, like fucking the one with Tim Allen, dude. Where he becomes Santa Claus?
Santa Claus?
Yeah. It's always a fun one.
Oh, man. I remember the first one actually being okay, but maybe...
Oh, yeah, the other two I wouldn't bother with, but the first one is great, man.
Yeah. Or watch the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Forget what the name of that one was, dude. Jingle All the Way, I think. Is the name.
Oh, that's right. They're fighting over a toy, right?
Yeah, Turbo Man or something.
Yeah, I don't remember what the toy was, but yeah, it was like essentially like the Tickle Me Elmo of that fucking time period. Because that was essentially, I think that's what that was based off. Because Tickle Me Elmo happened like slightly, and then like fucking, because that's the one that really got reported on, like when people went fucking nuts on it. And then a bunch of those kind of similar movies came out, because there was Jingle All the Way, but wasn't there like a couple other ones, sort of like the knockoff wannabe versions?
Probably. Anything that's remotely successful generally gets copied.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of any, but I'm sure they exist.
So I had to roll over and grab another drink out of my fridge. My fancy LaCroix. Fucking drinking LaCroix. I honestly thought it was LaCroix. Like, y'all make fun of me, but sometimes I fucking get that stuff really wrong. Oh, man.
I think my phone's on the way out, dude.
Gotta get you a new one?
Most likely, dude. It keeps...
Get a smartphone or a dumb phone?
Yeah, whatever I fucking... every once in a while, it just fucking kicks me out of whatever app I'm in. And opens up one... it's the same app that it opens up every time. Which is... It's one of the ones... The online scratcher ones. You know, online scratcher ticket thing. Yeah, it keeps opening that one up. And it started when I started using headsets. I thought the headset was doing it because they'll do some weird shit sometimes.
Yeah.
But I pulled the headset out and it keeps doing it.
Huh.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
That is kind of strange, man.
Yeah, so I think my phone's just going to end up dying.
Yeah, or there's like a weird fucking setting that, like, you know, one random person in fucking, like, Poughkeepsie knows or some shit. Because, like, that's one of the things I noticed is, like, every so often you gotta go find, like, this extremely random fix for something on your computer or your phone or your fucking tablet or whatever.
Yeah, it's some like weird thing with the software or something.
Yeah, and it's always like a setting that just gets fucked over by like an update. Oh, like my fucking VR. My VR started crashing like after a certain period of time. It was like every 30 minutes or something it would crash and I'd have to start the whole thing over.
Oh, wow.
And it turned out it was like a power saving thing that would just randomly turn the fucking power off to everything.
Just all the way off.
Just turn off the fucking VR headset altogether, and it's like, oh, well, that's fucking great. So all I had to do was be like, tick the box that says, no, I don't want you to do that. Oh, that's fucking... Didn't play VR anything for like 6 months, you motherfucker.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, that's weird that a power... like, I get the power saving. Yeah, makes sense. But to just completely shut it off, that's fucking weird. Although, technically, that is saving power.
The way the VR runs, the VR itself is your second screen on your computer.
Oh, right.
So it counts as a computer screen, and you're not really, like, playing a video... Because you're playing like a video game, so it doesn't register the same way as if it was being actively used on both screens.
Right.
So it shuts down the screen like it would for like a regular computer screen.
Yeah, if it's just not being used ever.
Yeah. Like your mouse isn't moving, you're not playing YouTube videos, you walked off to go make a sandwich. Then it goes into like power saver mode, where it shuts off the screen. That's exactly what's happening with the headset. That's why I had to find that setting for that and just change it. Which I imagine is a similar fix that you probably have to do if you install a second monitor. You know?
Right. Oh shit, you don't follow like any of the shit with like Nick Fuentes or shit, right?
No.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
What is Nick Fuentes?
Well, there's basically a thing like Fuentes set up, like had his people or whatever start going to live events and asking some very pointed questions to the people, like the guys from Turning Point. I forget his name, Charlie Kirk. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's basically like I don't know, he's a fucking asshole, but he's one of the Republican people that's kind of famous, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So basically, they're kind of confronting him. A lot of it's mainly money we give to. God damn it, am I cutting out? How much money we give to Israel, because it's almost like $4 billion a year.
Oh yeah,
we give to Israel.
Absurd how much money we give to Israel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, they'll have them ask questions about that kind of shit, and they're basically dismiss them. They just call them anti-Semites for fucking asking questions and shit. But basically, they're like really getting under their fucking skin with it, to where I think the latest one, they actually canceled the Q&A because they were tired of dealing with all these people that he was sending to fucking ask these questions, dude.
Oh, geez, that's fucked up. That's funny.
Yeah. And even Ben Shapiro actually spent like a fucking 40 minutes like addressing, because he just Ben Shapiro's a fucking cocksucker. I used to like him, and now I can't fucking stand him, dude.
I've never much cared for Ben Shapiro because his whole claim to being intellectually superior was just gotcha stuff.
Yeah, it was. Well, that's the kind of thing that people have been pointing out lately. Is it's easy to own the fucking leftist liberals. You know what I mean?
Well, and he wasn't owning anybody though, because all he was doing was just creating a false chain of events and doing it so fast that people just didn't have the time to like verbally repost.
Mm.
And then
Well, no,
it
I've
was a
seen him at
gotcha
like
moment because he ended with a punchline, or not a
yeah. Well,
punchline,
no,
but like
I've seen him in
the
debates and
standard
shit. And I mean,
things.
he early on he did a pretty good job. But again, it's easy to own these fucking idiots.
It's easy to own the left people. It's definitely harder to
Mm.
own the like other people who
Yeah,
are not
yeah, yeah.
fucking
But yeah,
delusional.
basically, well, there was one of the dudes at the Daily Wire, this guy called Matt Walsh, who is fuck, dude. I can't stand him, dude. He's so fucking boring and such a fucking arrogant prick. But basically, they confronted him about it. It was actually, I don't know if you know Vince from Red Elephants. If you're familiar with him, he's like again, uh,
I've
Republican type or
probably
whatever.
seen him. Red Elephants is. Oh no, I think I've seen Red Ice stuff. I don't
Right.
know that
It's
I've seen Red
pretty
Elephant stuff.
similar. But anyways, it was actually him. And he basically asks him because when Ben Shapiro was on Joe Rogan, he basically and instead of just kind of saying that, well, no, of course I don't believe that Christ is the Son of God or whatever, like something like that. He basically goes in detail and like calls him like, yeah, he was a common criminal who got crucified for his trouble. He was a fucking rebel. So Matt Walsh, who claims to be super fucking Christian, the guy, Vince asked him, he's like, how can you work for someone that blasphemes your Lord and Savior? You claim to be Christian. How can you work for a guy that says that? And he basically, he reiterated what Ben Shapiro said. And then all that fucking Walsh comes back with is basically saying, "What? Are you telling me my boss doesn't believe that Jesus is the Son of God? I'm shocked." Like, no, that's not really what he was asking. Like, he was asking, like, he said this about your Lord and Savior. How can you work for somebody that actually says something like this?
Yeah, it's not like
Which
he
I think
said.
is a pretty good point.
Yeah, he was extremely defamatory. Like he was extremely belittling of your guy. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know, man. I
yeah.
could work with
I don't
somebody
get
like that.
I'm not Christian. I'm not fucking religious at all. But that's a fucking good point. If you claim to be a super Christian guy, and the dude you work for comes out and basically says your fucking Lord and Savior is a common criminal and a fucking rebel or whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking inappropriate.
Yeah, yeah, and basically instead of like actually answering it,
Entertainment kind of just breeds strange bedfellows, though.
yeah, he's basically in it for the money, I'm sure.
Well, and there's so much money to be made, and also, um, work and personal gets blurred. So, like, on my personal time, I could hang out with somebody that had like that strong of disagreement with me on like religious beliefs, because not everything has to be about religion.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Yeah.
but in their case, it's so hard to tell the difference between like a professional and a personal moment. And like
Mm-hmm.
Ben Shapiro hanging out with Joe is kind of like halfway both. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like I don't think you get the same kind of like, oh well, they were racist to me card to play in the entertainment industry, because like there's just all sorts of things that would necessitate really unpleasant shit. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to cast a fat guy to play the fucking football guy. Like the football star. Or it's always going to be like a 20-year-old white dude with a perfect fucking jawline that's going to play the quarterback in the high school movie.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was just weird because he completely like strawmanned his question like right in front of him.
Oh yeah, that shit is annoying. Where you're like, don't answer
Yeah,
the question. It's like, well then don't
like
just say you're not going to answer the question.
yeah. It's like, dude, yeah. He doesn't believe the Son of God. Oh my God, I'm scandalized. And then basically turned it around on him. What are you saying? You would never work for a Jew? And he's like, no, but this guy literally came out in public on a podcast watched by millions of people and said that about the fucking person that you claim to be, the Son of God, your Lord and Savior. And referring to him in such a fucked up way. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't if I was fucking Christian. I couldn't work for someone like that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough.
But yeah, it's funny because they fucking he actually Matt Walsh actually put that up on his channel or on the Daily Wire, claiming that he decimated him, and like it got a ridiculous, like it got ratioed the fuck to fucking hell. Because like you didn't own shit, motherfucker. You look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that does sound kind of sad.
Yeah, but yeah, basically Fuentes is doing the same shit up. Yeah, it's just funny that they actually got to fucking cancel the Q&A, instead of deal with having difficult questions asked of them.
Yeah, I don't. That whole thing has become like such a fucking freak show, man. Like it used to be,
Yeah.
you'd watch the stuff and it was entertaining and people like hanging out, and now everybody got to own everybody and shit. And it's like I don't understand.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. They weren't even really gotcha questions. Than the fact that they were uncomfortable questions to fucking answer, but they really weren't gotcha questions. It's like like this should be concerning to you. Why isn't it?
Well, I'm not saying that specific instance. I'm just saying like that whole community is just so weird.
Right. Yeah. Or the shit with who's the eye patch guy, the fucking Republican, alleged Republican, Congress guy, the guy with the eye patch.
Oh, Crenshaw, right?
Yeah, Crenshaw. Yeah, they've hit him with some shit, and he basically came out and said that like something along the lines of the First Amendment isn't a cloak that you can wear to shield yourself and your anti-Semitism or something like that. I was like, actually, it kind of is. People are allowed to be anti-Semites if they want to be, and they weren't. It was just him being fucking, an asshole about it. But like, because people were again asking him, why are we sending this much money? There's so many. Because again, fucking poor. You know what I mean? There's a lot of other countries that are fucking super poor that would probably, need the money. Make better use of that money.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like, why are we sending any of these countries money? Like, why should we not just stop?
Mm. Yeah. It is pretty. And then Crenshaw. Part of his answer was saying, well, part of the stipulations for that is they have to buy weapons from us. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know, man. It's just fucking weird.
Essentially, we pay for a good portion of Israel's defense, and it's essentially it's part of having basically tried to take a chunk of one country and make an entirely new country. Is what happened? Like, as far because historically there was an Israel there, but it's been a long fucking time, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like it didn't get like overthrown in the 70s, and then it was like overthrown in like the 1400s or the 1200s or something like that.
Yeah, it was a very, very long time.
And we came in and we're like, all right, we're just gonna take this big chunk of fucking Pakistan, which nobody fucking wanted. But essentially we as like a big group of countries came in and took a big chunk of fucking Pakistan, and we're like, that's Israel now.
Yeah. Well, no,
there you go, Pakistan. Jews have a homeland. Sorry, we killed 4 million of you in World War II.
What the hell is it? Fucking. It wasn't Pakistan, but yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Pakistan.
No, Pakistan's right next to India. Pakistan used to be part of it. Yeah, it was like, I think Jordan, or it's right next to Jordan. I know that. So I don't know if it was taken from Jordan. Let's see.
Palestine.
Was it just Palestine and they just changed it?
Yeah, I think it was. They took a big chunk of Palestine.
Okay, so it wasn't actually taken
not
from
Pakistan.
Other ones.
That's why I just was getting the names slightly wrong.
Hmm. Yeah, it is pretty close. Pakistan, Palestine. I hear you. But yeah, it was basically what's his name, Lord Balfour Declaration that Jews should have a homeland.
Yeah.
1947?
Something like that. I don't know, but yeah, Israel was founded in 1947. Yeah,
It was
but the
predominantly
Brits
Jewish.
controlled it.
Right, right. So predominantly Jewish from roughly 1000 BC until the third century, and then the Roman Empire took it over. 7th century, conquered by the Arabs. Another 6 full century, became predominantly Muslim at the end of the Crusader period. From the 13th century, it was mainly Muslim, Arabic as the dominant language. First part of the Syrian province of whatever. After 1516, part of the Ottoman Empire until 1917. Yeah, so fucking forever, dude. For a
Yeah.
very long time, dude.
Well, and
Yeah,
essentially, I think if they wanted to create Israel the way they did, they pretty much had to get rid of Palestine altogether.
right, right. Yeah, and it's not like there's no Arabs living there. There's still a lot of fucking Arabs there.
Yeah, they basically would have had to like fucking like glass the desert is whatever. I forget which politician said that. That was so cringy, but you know what I mean. Like they essentially would have had to do that in order to make a whole new country and not have basically eternal fucking conflict as the result.
Right.
I mean, like legit. I mean, just imagine you're fucking like chilling out in your house and your fucking neighbors all get together and they're like, you know what? This hobo's living in your fucking living room. That's his house now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that hobo's gonna get attacked
yeah,
from
you're
all
not gonna
sides.
be fucking. You're not gonna be okay with that. That's your fucking house. Like, and I kind of see it from both sides. I get it. You know, Israel
Yeah.
fucking needed. They basically everybody felt really bad about fucking World War II.
Yeah.
And they wanted to fucking give the Jews something to be like, sorry about that 4 million of you motherfuckers we ghosted.
Yeah. Here's your parting gift, dude.
As a
Here's
parting
your
gift, we're gonna give you part of this fucking terrible country. Yay! It's your
Thank,
homeland.
thanks for being a good sport about the Holocaust. Here you go.
And let's be fair, if we were even remotely honest, we would have just given them Florida. Here's
Right.
your new homeland.
Yeah, or West Palm Beach, and fucking run that shit anyway.
Well, I'd just say give them the whole fucking state.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's shit for as far as we're concerned compared to
yeah,
Israel
there's
or
not really a whole lot
Palestine.
of value
Fucking a.
for the U.S. there, and there's a lot of Jews there already anyway.
Yeah, that's where they all either fucking or live or retire to.
Yep. You know, it'd be the easiest way to go. But, nah, they had to give them fucking Palestine. And I guess essentially there's like constant like need for more land for people to expand out, and there's Israel and Palestinians are like, well, that's our land historically. We should just be able to take it.
Yeah, we're gonna annex it.
Yeah,
Fuck it. We need the Golan Heights, and we need the fucking fuck Gaza Strip.
yeah,
Other shit. There's like 3 spots. I forget what the third one is. Yeah.
yeah.
You know what's
So
weird? I
yeah,
remember in school, like they would talk about those areas. I forget what they called it, but basically they called them occupied. But they didn't point out who was occupying it. And for the longest time, I thought it was the Muslims that had occupied that area, not realizing that it was actually Israel that the Jews that actually took more land,
yeah,
which I find pretty fucking bizarre. Like, why wouldn't they point out who was occupying fucking land in the textbooks?
yeah. I don't know. Like that whole thing was a fuck up. Like that was really one of the really big fuck ups that everybody was a big part of. Like because it wasn't just the U.S. You know, there's a bunch of other countries involved. You know, that kind of shit didn't happen on the world stage without fucking being signed off by all the people who are in power.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I think it was mainly like Britain's idea, backed by us.
And it makes sense coming from that perspective too. But yeah,
Yeah,
essentially we're like a big part of what keeps Israel from falling. It's the amount of money and weapons that we pump in there.
yeah,
And it's a
yeah,
huge industry. Like, a lot of money gets made on our side of the fucking deal as well. Like, yeah, we give them $4 billion in tax money, but I think the return is quite a bit higher.
Mm.
But fucking whatever, man. That whole situation is so fucked. And
Yeah,
honestly, like,
yeah,
I feel for Palestine, but they're backwards death cult religiosos that really just don't need to be existing in the world right now.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Honestly,
not a
both
fan of
sides are
Israel,
pretty.
but the other
Yeah,
side
both.
wants me
Yeah,
dead.
both. Yeah, both sides are pretty awful, and it's just degrees of awfulness, basically.
Well, I'd say comparatively, one side's not that awful. Like,
Mm-mm.
they're the unpleasant people you fucking meet at the grocery store, whereas the other side wants to fucking murder you in your sleep.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's not close. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say that. Yeah, one's far more awful, but they're both awful.
I mean, if we could cleanse the world of Islam, that would be pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, just nuke the entire Middle East, really.
Well,
Fucking
it
make the
also
world a better
it was in like
place.
Singapore, not Singapore. The Philippines, I think it is. Like the Philippines is almost entirely Islamic.
Thailand, I think. I
Yeah.
don't think
Why?
the Philippines are mostly Christian, dude. I'm pretty sure it's Thailand you're thinking of.
Nah, it's an island nation.
Yeah, Thailand.
Thailand's not islands, is it?
Yeah, you're thinking of Taiwan, probably.
Now I'm
I'm
now
pretty
I'm
sure
curious. I
Thailand.
don't think Thailand is a section of islands.
Micronesia. Oh no, okay.
Malaysia.
No, okay. Malaysia, okay.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking of.
although Thailand, I believe, is.
Thailand is not islands either.
Yeah, and it's not. Yeah.
Though it
All
might be
right.
creeping into Thailand, it's also creeping into India and like stuff like that.
Yeah, you'd think they would just stay in fucking Pakistan.
Yeah. But essentially, you just need to wipe them all out. That'd be the way to go. Because there's a lot of
What was
nice
I
area that
thinking
people
of?
could live in, and like a lot of really nice
All
culture.
right, yeah, I was. Yeah, it wasn't even Thailand. I was. What the fuck am I thinking of? There's something over there. I know there's fucking. Uh, yeah, Thailand is not majority Muslim. I was fucking way off. Now it's gonna bug me trying to figure out
Well,
what
no,
fucking
like
country
Thailand
I was thinking of.
and Malaysia are connected. There's like a thin strip of land that connects them.
Islaminish. She's gonna bug me. Yeah. Well, no. What I was just looking up said Thailand was 1% Muslim. Let me look at the countries. Might jog my memory. China, Hong Kong. No. God damn it! Fucking bugging the hell out of me. South Asia. All right. India, 14.2%. That is pretty high. Pakistan, no. Southeast Asia. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, Malaysia
Brunei,
is
yeah.
61%, and it's
Yeah.
literally like it shares a border with Thailand.
Indonesia. That's the one I was thinking of. God damn it. Okay. Yeah. Indonesia is 87.2% Muslim.
Wasn't that what I said originally?
Was it? It might have been. Fuck, I can't even remember.
Damn it! I could swear you were telling me like I was fucking wrong
Yeah, that could have been,
about
dude.
Indonesia. And I
No,
was
you
like,
said
Indonesia.
Malaysia. You said
No, I
Malaysia.
said Indonesia, and then you said that. And I was like, well, maybe I was
Oh.
thinking Malaysia.
Oh, okay. All right.
But both of them
My
are.
apologies. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Or
But
no,
yeah,
I said the Philippines. I said the Philippines.
Oh, you said the Philippines first. That's right.
Philippines,
Okay.
and then I said Malaysia, which Malaysia is 66%. But yeah, Philippines is what I was thinking.
Hold on. Where is
Or
Philippines?
Indonesia was what I should have said.
Our memories are awful. It literally was just 5 minutes ago, dude.
Well, because if I remember correctly, like people talk about the Middle East as being this big Muslim area, but like vastly more Muslims live in like Indonesia
Yeah.
than anywhere else.
Let's see, Philippines five somewhere between 5 to 11% of the Philippines is Muslim.
Or
So,
Indonesia, yeah, the vast majority live in Indonesia. I keep getting it mixed up with the Philippines. Still, I'm looking at a fucking map too. God damn.
Wait, is Indonesia an island?
Indonesia is a set of islands.
Okay, all right. So okay,
I
I
knew it
just
was
had
a
the
set of
fucking
islands too.
yeah. Okay, so I just had the fucking name wrong. I knew it was some kind of country over there. Yeah, Malaysia's pretty high.
Thailand
Indonesia's
being
really
mostly
high.
landlocked and having like one big bay.
Yeah. Brunei, yeah, that one's pretty well known. That's the wait. Is Brunei the one where they you can go and do all the sinning for free? Yeah, according to
It
the
is,
Muslim
yeah.
tradition.
I think it is Brunei because there's a mountain that blocks the fucking thing or whatever.
Yeah, the mountain. The mountain blocks God's
The
views.
mountain that God can't see you sinning on or behind or whatever. Does that not make you think of the like when little kids are like maybe like 2 years old and they start playing hide and seek and they just stand there with a blanket over them and shit? Well, you can't see me. I'm hiding. I'm invisible because I put this towel over my face and now I walked into a wall because I'm a child and adorable.
Dude, yeah, Islam does seem to have more than its fair share of fucking loopholes, dude.
Yeah, well, I know every religion has weird fucking loopholes sooner or
Yeah,
later.
oh yeah, yeah, but there seem to be like I don't know, man. The fact that you're in your religion and has a fucking law that if you fucking you're fine, but the animal is now unclean.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shit like that's just fucking bizarre to me.
Like priorities, yo, this dude's fucking sheep. Like that's really not something we should be embracing.
Yeah, let's blame the sheep's. It's the sheep's fault for being so goddamn sexy. Dirty animal.
No, I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable. It's the sheep's fault for being so sexy.
Oh god. Yeah, or like, you know, fucking a teenage kid or a fucking 10-year-old kid.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
totally fucking fine.
Yeah, he's fucking, yeah, that fucking 10-year-old. God damn, dude, that is some dirty shit.
Yeah, like that seems to be accepted in a lot of these countries. You know, essentially molesting young boys seems to be accepted.
Apparently, it's fucking accepted in our country. Like, nobody gives a shit about Epstein. Like, all that information about the fucking stuff he ran is still out there. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why there's no investigation of anything anymore. It's like, that's ridiculous.
No. Yeah, that's why he had to be killed, dude.
Yeah, I knew he would die, but I'm just amazed at how, like, not even the news media is like, and, you know, this person who got fucking murdered so that a bunch of rich people could continue to fuck children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, still being investigated.
Did you see that one, God damn it, I can't remember her name, but that bitch that was the reporter that had the story like 3 years ago or something? And basically the story got killed.
She's just going on and on and on about it. And she's like, I fucking told him, like...
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. Because she's, even in that hot mic moment or whatever, she's basically mentioning the Clintons and I think Prince Harry, Prince Andrew, and all these people. And, like, this shit still... Like, these fucking people are still out there, dude. And they got killed just because Epstein got killed.
Yeah. Yeah,
like you could have taken a bunch of motherfuckers down, you know.
It's a shame, man. It really is.
Yeah, but again, nobody's really, you know, giving a shit about the fact that he was killed and we was going to happen. You know, like I said, you know, people were like, "Oh, this is outrageous," and then like, you know, the next distraction came up and people fucking forgotten about it.
Yeah, and the fucking distractions aren't even that good anymore. Like, they used to be juicier and more interesting, and now it's just kind of like...
Yeah, it doesn't take much. Yeah. So they don't put any real effort into it anymore.
Like a lot of the fucking music now, yeah. Although I often wonder if, like, my opinion of music these days, like, versus music back in, like, the 60s and 70s and 80s, is it just because, like, over time, basically all the shit got filtered out? Like, is the stuff that you
Mm,
still, that people still listen to obviously would have been, like, the highest quality, and maybe there was just the same amount of garbage as there is now, but, like, it just didn't get remembered,
right,
you
right.
know?
Yeah, like it had to actually like you basically had to have a fucking record label pick you up. It wasn't just like oh, I can throw my shit up on YouTube and become famous with my shitty
Well,
music.
I wonder if the same amount pardon me, same amount of just shitty music got made and published, like, by those companies. But
Oh,
just over
right.
time, we just don't remember because nobody really cares. Like,
Yeah, because they
you
have a
know,
bunch of acts that didn't make it that were on records but just never got
yeah,
popular.
are you still inclined to fucking call up radio stations and be like, I want to hear Britney Spears sing "Hit Me, Baby" one more time?
Mhm.
Like, it's like, how many
Right?
people are still calling to get that shit on the radio? Not a fucking lot. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
she's reduced to, like, a Vegas entertainment, like, fucking joke essentially.
Mm. Yeah, it's all shit.
So, like, the 90s are not going to be remembered as, like, Britney Spears music. They're going to be remembered for other artists that actually had, decent music.
God damn it! Fucking headset caught on something.
Oh no.
Sorry, I don't know if that made any noise or
Burn it
not, but
all to the ground.
but yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any music that I've heard in the last, I don't know, 15 years or so that I thought was really great music.
Yeah, no. Like, there's stuff that's okay. Like, there's been
Mm-hmm.
songs here and there that are like, oh, that's all right.
Yeah, but I don't know. None of it's great. I don't really see any fucking great music, man. I don't know. I really love the music from the 90s. That's why. Although the fucking people that were making that,
Yeah.
Cobain's dead, fucking Chris Cornell's dead, Lane Staley's dead.
Yeah, they did not have a good fucking KD ratio, the 90s artists.
Yeah.
They fucking,
Being being miserable makes for great art.
and a lot of fucking early suicide.
Mm-hmm. Although I don't know, man. I actually Courtney Love might have actually had Cobain killed.
Fucking, who knows?
Yeah, I think there was a documentary on like Netflix. Like there was a private investigator that Courtney Love had hired, I think, to try to track Kurt down when he disappeared or whatever. And basically, he kind of uncovered a bunch of shit that kind of pointed to her, being responsible, or that it just made her look bad in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking weird shit, dude. I wouldn't be surprised. That bitch is she's fucking psycho, dude.
I mean, that applies to so many fucking people in Hollywood too, though, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
to get to that level in that kind of playing field, you kind of have to be a fucking whack job or extremely talented. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then, like, how many people out there nowadays? There's plenty of people out there that can sing like fucking Frank Sinatra, who aren't going to get, any kind of chance whatsoever to be like in that limelight because they're not the corporate fucking. We know we make money off of this look and this style of music kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, and the availability of the online shit now has completely changed that industry too.
Well, and then YouTube basically took a giant step backwards, so I'm not sure how much longer they're going to last. Like,
Yeah,
obviously, YouTube's never going to, like, go away, but I think they're just going to stop being the main video site soon.
they seem determined to make that happen, don't they? Like a fucking
Yeah, because the
idiotic
algorithms
decisions.
essentially now just basically, like, enforce corporate policy. Like the corporate
Yeah.
media, like CNN and MSNBC and all them, basically fucking bought YouTube. But like YouTube is slowly becoming unwatchable for most people.
Mm. Well, yeah, that's the thing is they were essentially destroying broadcast and cable TV, really, and now they've decided to like jump in bed with them, dude. It's
Yeah.
fucking retarded. They were destroying them, dude.
And putting out far better and far more entertaining content.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, now it's got to all be fucking bland cookie cutter fucking nonsense, or you might offend the fucking sponsors.
Yeah. To the point where now,
Yeah.
like, literally anything that's deemed not advertiser friendly is fucking done. Toast.
Yeah.
You know, how many old school
Yeah.
YouTubers are just gonna arbitrarily decide are not like advertiser friendly and just ban their channel? You
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yeah. 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 Well, look at the fucking Alex Jones. Obviously, got put on a long fucking time ago. Then, like, I don't know, man. You know, he's fucking out there, but I don't understand why he's such a fucking threat that they had to fucking do away with him, dude.
And because half of his psychotic rants were fucking true.
Yep.
People were starting to listen and be like, I don't think Alex Jones is that crazy. And they were
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
fucking wait, what? People
Yeah.
might
Well,
actually
you know.
believe him. Shit,
Yeah.
that's not
Well, my
good for
theory.
us.
Yeah. Well, my theory all along is that he played up the crazy to almost not discredit himself, but make it seem like to the powers that be that people didn't take him seriously. But then he's been right about a lot of shit beyond the crazy shit. So I think
Yeah.
that's when they finally realized, like, oh fuck, people are listening to him. Like not only the shit that's actually true, but even the nonsense. But yeah, like he's got to go. Couldn't
Yeah.
think of it. I don't watch him. I don't seek him out, and I actually enjoyed his shit to a degree.
To a degree. I don't know how long I could spend watching that dude.
Yeah,
But
like I would watch highlights of it probably. Watch entire
yeah.
shows of his.
Whereas, like,
Yeah.
earlier today, I fucking caught a live stream by Steve Wallace, who's a Canadian dude who has a YouTube channel where he just goes out and, like, fucking does camping stuff. And not in, like,
Right.
doesn't do, like, we're gonna sell you all this gear and or we're gonna, like, fucking bushcraft with bow and, like, that fucking, where they do the stick in the fucking bow and they spin it real fast and shit to start fire.
Oh right,
He doesn't
right.
do any of that shit. He just fucking goes out there, like 9 times out of 10, he lights it with this giant fucking propane torch.
Right.
Like how
So
a
yeah, it's
regular
not like
guy
a
is gonna
survival
fucking,
thing.
like a regular dude camping. Just a regular fucking dude who wants to have a couple of beers and fucking cook a hot dog or a steak over the fire and then fucking pass out.
Mm-hmm.
From
Yeah,
Canada.
the way most people camp. Yeah.
Exactly the way most people camp. The only difference is he doesn't go camping in like campgrounds.
Right.
Or like he goes places where there's not a lot of people at the same time as him. Like so he'll go camping in the middle of winter in Canada. And just has like a tent with like a wood stove in it and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they're fucking entertaining and it's super old school. It's just he's a kind of a kooky dude. And comes up with some kooky ideas and puts them on video and they're entertaining.
Yeah.
And like
you think he's gonna get axed?
Well, I don't know that he's gonna get action up, but I'm just saying like that kind of shit is the stuff that's basically that was what made YouTube worth watching when it started.
Right.
As it turns out that, do you want to watch Will Smith talk about how fucking awesome he is when he's not making a movie?
Oh God.
Fucking
dude.
no. Turns out no. Nobody gives a shit. But this dude fucking
man.
who if you give the same level of fucking advertisement, like your algorithms are not set up to fuck over Steve Wallace, but you give him the same level of as his channel starts to grow more and more like push to get other people to see it, he's gonna have a way bigger channel than like Will Smith would.
Yeah.
Because way more people are gonna be like, I want to watch this fucking regular dude go out and fucking cook a brat and a beer. Like, that
Yeah.
sounds fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Fucking A. Yeah, I don't watch much of Will Smith shit, but from the parts that I've seen, because I watch shows that will fucking clown on his fucking craziness or whatever, but a lot of it seems really fucking staged. Like they had a
Yeah.
birthday party for his kid, and it basically like the dudes that I watch are like, I don't even think that's his house. Like I think he rented a house and rented all these
Probably.
fucking probably hired somebody to cook the shit, and he just stood in front of it and pretended he was cooking for 30 seconds. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it all
no
seems
doubt.
fucking phony. Oh, although yeah, because he was married to fucking Jada Pinkett or whatever. There
Yeah.
was one I was watching where she's basically live streaming, and he's like really irritated that she's like talking to him on her live stream. It's pretty fucking funny because she's like, my social media presence is my bread and butter. Like, and like fucking obviously irritated with her. Like, I'm pretty sure they had conversations about this, and the bitch was doing it anyway.
Oh, wait,
You know
wait,
what I
wait, wait,
mean?
wait. So she can't live stream if he's in the room?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fucking
apparently she
hilarious.
can't talk to him while she's live streaming
That's
because
fucking
it's not on his.
hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. Will Smith's a fucking. It's
That's so fucking
um,
dumb.
it's no wonder his kids came out as screwed up. They're fucking weird as they are, dude.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
well,
mean?
nobody can, dude. Nobody can fucking experience the level of success like that and be a normal fucking human.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
mean, it happens once in a fucking blue moon where it is like the person is just a normal, decent person.
Yeah, that is
Like,
unchanged by the.
arguably Tom Hanks
Mm,
still
yeah, I'm
fucking
sure
drinks
there's
Pabst Blue
others.
Ribbon. Like, he doesn't fucking, like she showed up to do the Kevin Pollak chat show, and Kevin Pollak is a fucking ant compared to him. And he sat down and talked with
Right.
him for like 2 hours, and just there was no questions that were like off limits or anything they weren't allowed to talk about, and they just bullshitted for like 2-3 hours about movies. And
Yeah,
he just fucking kills a couple of Pabst Blue Ribbons while they're talking. And I'm sure
yeah,
he's different than when he started to a certain degree, but I think he came out like a decent human. You know what I mean?
yeah. Michael Keaton's another one that seems pretty genuine.
Yeah. But for the
Mm.
most part, like 90% of those people
Yeah,
that go
they're the
into that mill just
exceptions.
come out like fucking psycho, crazy, lunatic narcissists. So
Mm.
I mean, it's just
Yeah. Although I
unfortunate
always
that
kind of wonder, like, were they already that, and part of what could propel them to fame, and they just made it just got worse by being famous.
could be.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's
That
probably
could
a mix of
definitely
it.
be a mix of that and who all knows, like
Yeah, yeah. I'm
like
sure.
multiple
Although I'm
ways to
sure
get to
there are a
that
lot of
same
people that
pathway.
were. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that were relatively normal that then got famous and turned into fucking lunatics. I'm sure
Yeah.
that's true too. But yeah,
Well, I
some of it,
also
like
think
they were already
it's
famous.
harder to become a regular. It's hard to end up harder to end up a regular person the younger you start the process.
Right, right.
Like
You
as
know who
we've
else?
seen.
You know who else seems really genuine and who was actually a child star is Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, she seems to have her shit together. Although her
Well, although
fucking
she tried to
child,
fuck
her
Dave
childhood.
Letterman.
What?
She was constantly trying to fuck Dave Letterman, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she flashed him. Remember?
Oh yeah. Well, she was into him like multiple times.
Mm.
Like the flashing was the least of it.
Right, right.
Like that was like
Mm.
on stage a funny moment, but I think in reality, like she was constantly trying to fuck that dude.
No, they actually talked about it on one of the interviews. Basically, so he was talking about how she was trying to get him. She wanted him to go to some event with her, and then David Letterman was playing it off like he didn't know that his people never told him, which is probably fucking is bullshit. He had to pretend that because he was married. This was before thing
Yeah.
with before everybody found out that he was
Cheating on his
cheating
wife.
on his wife. David Letterman. Oh my god, a guy that famous. Shocking.
Yeah.
But
Said no
yeah,
one ever.
right.
Oh man.
But yeah, that was like before that happened. But he was pretending like he was upset that nobody told him about it or something. Yeah, they probably fucked.
Yeah, I think David Letterman was one of those old school cheaters, like not the new school ones where like that's just a way to get more clout on social media. To fucking be
Right.
cheated on or to be cheating on somebody or whatever. like the way they do it now.
Yeah.
But he's from that old school where like you just made sure everything was kept quiet and you just made sure everybody got taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because apparently his wife is not a looker. Apparently his wife is remarkably unattractive.
Well, he
So I
probably
mean, I
still
don't
loves
know.
his wife. He just wanted to fuck somebody
Yeah,
hot.
yeah, that's
So he
the
found
part that
somebody
women
who
don't
he could fuck
understand.
and
Yeah,
keep it,
yeah, women don't.
on the DL.
Yeah, yeah, women don't understand that that has nothing to do with love.
Yeah, no, not
You
at
know what I
all.
mean? Like you can love the hell out of your wife and still want to fuck other women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
For
The
women,
urge is
obviously,
just to
it's
fuck
different.
as many people as you can.
Yeah, it's like a
It's genetic.
biological fucking
Yeah.
urge. Monogamy is not fucking natural, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's not what we're fucking geared for as men.
I think short-term monogamy is though,
Right, right.
where you
But yeah,
stick
like
around for like
lifelong.
5 years or something, and then you move on because you've like
Yeah,
the kid's not gonna fucking die of exposure.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I never cheated on my ex, but I I want I still fucking checking out chicks and want to fuck them. I just never did. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, and if you'd had the opportunity where like you definitely would not have gotten caught. I mean, I don't know about you. I probably would.
Yeah, I don't know if I would. I would feel too fucking guilty, dude.
Well, I definitely feel bad about it, like afterwards. Although,
Yeah, see, I know that going into it, not be able to fucking, it would eat away at me, dude.
I don't.
You know,
Things don't
I
eat
know
away
that
at me
about
like that.
myself.
Like I don't fucking like the few secrets I do have don't make me feel like, oh, I gotta tell this person or I'm gonna hate myself forever. It's like, yeah, they're better off not knowing. They're happier without being aware of this.
Yeah, for almost anything else, I would say that that's probably true for me as well. But
Yeah.
that, I don't know. That's just a fucked up thing to do, in my opinion. Like a really fucked up thing to do.
If you've made a
So it would
commitment to violate that commitment, yeah, especially on the level of like marriage or the relationship, like I'm not at all saying it's okay. I'm just saying, like, I absolutely, I think I will probably.
Yeah.
If I
What I'm
thought I
more
was gonna
curious
get like a
about.
super super hot chick, just fucking, and there was gonna be no consequences, yeah, I'd probably do that.
Yeah. What I'm more curious about is what these secrets are that you're speaking.
Well,
What
I
these
don't think
other
I actually
secrets
know
are that you're mentioning it.
any secrets other than just like a phrase, you know, like
Nah, you got some shit, dude. Out with it. No, I'm just kidding.
no,
No, nobody's.
I was
Well, I
genuinely
mean,
trying to think of it. Like I was when you were saying that, I was like, I'm genuine. I don't think I have that.
if you think about it, nobody is listening.
It really, it's not like anybody ever know. Fuck, dude, is there anything? I don't think I have anything really that good. I mean, I know the only thing I can think of is I do know a lot of stuff that I can't share legally because I'm like I have what do you call it
Oh, patient.
patient confidentiality stuff. Yeah, so like I have some of that stuff that's pretty fucked up, but that's not like interesting. It's
Right.
just like dark, fucked up shit you probably would rather not know anyway. Like most people just would rather not know.
Indeed.
But like as far like I don't think there's any family secrets or anything cool
Right.
like that. Unfortunately, I never killed nobody. Let's see.
Me neither. That I know of. I did drink, like blackout drink, a lot. But as far as I can recall, I have not caused the death of any people.
There you go. When I was in fucking grade school at one point, me and my friends found like a hobo mattress out in the fucking field across from our school. And there was like a fucking jar of mayo next to it, so we spread the mayonnaise across it.
Wow.
I don't think we did
The
it.
authorities are on their way.
Yeah, I don't think we did it even to be mean. Like, we didn't realize till after we'd done it, like, how fucked up that was. But by that point, what do you do? There's a mattress covered in mayonnaise in front of you and you're, like, in 4th grade. It's not like you're going to go buy another mattress.
Although you might have been fucking saving a life. Mayonnaise just sitting out somewhere, dude.
True, yeah. That's a good point.
Why would you have, out of all condiments that you don't have a refrigerator for? That's probably the worst one.
Hey, you make a solid point, sir.
Yeah, you very well could have saved that man's life.
He probably didn't agree with you, but sometimes
Yeah, he'll never know what you did. You guys
the hero
not
he
knowing who
needed,
you
not
are,
the
but
or the hero he deserved, but not the hero he asked for. Fucking whatever.
okay. I got you. You butchered it, dude, but I got you.
No, through that series of movies, like it keeps changing what the hero is. Like I think in the second movie or the first movie, he's the hero Gotham deserves, but not the hero it needs or something.
Yeah, I
Because
honestly
Harvey
can't
Dent was the
think
one
of it.
that. No, that was the second one. The second one was because the Harvey Dent was the hero Gotham needed, but they deserved Batman or something like that. And then fucking I forget the third one. It changed it again, and it was just so fucking silly.
Right. Like you got to work it in and rephrase it every.
Yeah, that was the part that made it weird. It was like that was great in the first movie, and then they could have just never fucking referenced it again. It was totally unnecessary at that point.
Yeah.
Although I did like in the first
cringy.
movie how they included the bats, where he like fucking used that weird fucking thing that like would send out a sound wave or something that attracted like large numbers of bats. I thought that was kind of fun.
Right. Yeah. Dude, I'm still going to the gym.
You're keeping up on that, dude.
Fucking nice. Yeah, it's mainly my son that's kind of keeping me into it more than anything. Because he's young enough, like when I was his age, I worked out like fucking crazy. So I had that fucking ambition, that drive to do it, and he's kind of the same way. So he wants to go every fucking day. Like I'm having to fucking tell him, like, no, we need to take at least one day off a week, dude. You can't fucking, it's not good to have your body going every single day. It's better to rest.
Yeah, arguably, you should be taking at least 2 days off a week. Yeah, like every 2 or 3 days, you should be taking a day off.
Right. Yeah, what I do is I do the heavy lifting and I do cardio. But there's some days where I only do the lifting or that I only do cardio.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like today I did, because I have a 3-day rotation where I do like chest and like triceps, biceps, chest and arms basically. One day, the next day I'll do like neck, back, shoulders, that kind of shit. And then the third day I do legs and I've started doing the ab machines, which holy shit, dude, my body was not. A lot of protests on that one the first couple times, dude. Like literally, I did. It's basically like a crunch machine, but with weight. And I did it, and I know like when you are working any muscle group that hasn't gotten work in a very long time, you take it easy. So basically, I did one set, and like as soon as it started, like becoming difficult, I stopped. Right. I get up. I get up from the machine. You got to wipe off the machines every time after you're done, even if there's no sweat or whatever. So I go to grab the stuff to wipe it off, and all of a sudden, my fucking 30 seconds after I got up and walked over there, my fucking muscles and my lower abdominal muscles are. I don't know. It's I've never had that feeling before. It just felt weird. It felt like if I moved, my entire fucking abdominals were just gonna fucking seize up. It was really fucking awkward, dude. Yeah, I literally was afraid to like even bend over to clean the machine, like even just bending over like slightly to clean the machine.
Because your abs are just like fucking.
I was literally like holding my gut with both hands. Because I really thought it was just going to seize up and become a hernia, dude.
Yeah, that does sound fucking fucked up, dude.
Yeah, it took a good 5 minutes, dude, for it to calm down enough. Yeah, Although, I had not done so much as a sit up in at least 10 fucking years. Like I've never cared about abs, and I don't even now. The only reason I'm doing it is because my back is so fucked up that like they're kind of connected. Like your lower abdominals and your lower back
Oh
are
yeah, yeah,
kind of
yeah.
connected.
One of the easiest ways to help with basic, like minor back pain, is to work on your abs.
Yeah, especially the lower ones, because my upper ones are actually okay, but the lower ones, I remember from one of my physical therapy stints, saying like you have to get these in shape. You have to work the lower abdominals to get your lower back to it'll help your lower back. And yeah, because they told me your upper abdominals are okay, ones are just most. So yeah, so anyways, I've been doing that. I got sidetracked. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so basically, um, like I said, I don't do it every day, but I do a 3 day. Um, I do those things, but not necessarily in 3 consecutive days or whatever. Like the main reason that I only did the cardio today was because Tuesday is the day that we usually take off, and today would have been the day I had to do my abdominals and my legs. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do it tomorrow because I'll have the day off after that because I fucking hurt for like 2 days afterwards because I just not used to work. And well, the legs are fine, but the abdominals need the break.
Yeah, yeah. And if you're feeling like that, yeah, you definitely fucking go for it. Like take that break.
Yeah.
You never want to fucking ignore that feeling where it's like, oh, and now I'm in the hospital for fucking.
Yeah, no, I've taken it very easy. I've only done two days of it, basically. Obviously almost a week apart, and I've taken it very easy both times. Like I only do like 2 sets of the abdominal ones,
Yeah.
and the leg ones too. I'm actually only doing 2 sets. So yeah, until I stop hurting for 2 or 3 days, I don't. I'm not gonna push it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Although it is kind of frustrating that I'm not losing a lot of weight. Like I can tell that shit is firming up and that I'm in better shape.
Oh yeah, because your muscle's way more than your fat per
Yeah.
square inch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as your muscles start to regain like a lot of like their fucking mass, you don't lose the poundage. You just lose inches.
Yeah.
That's why one of the
Yeah.
things when I was losing weight, I always did was I'd get one of those fucking cloth measuring tapes with the ones that are like soft.
All right.
And measure like around my stomach, around my fucking upper arms, my lower arms, my thighs, my calves. And that always gave me like an extra little fucking boost because it's like, oh, well, maybe I only lost like 1 pound over the course of like the fucking 2 weeks or whatever. But oh, I lost 2 inches around my stomach. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, so it's like, oh, but so I'm still making progress.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the main thing is if you're not losing weight, turning fat, and that's fucking a positive thing.
Yeah, or you can measure your body fat percentage and like, well, I didn't lose any poundage, but I lost body fat percentage.
Yeah, yeah, but I can definitely tell, like, especially. I don't know. For some reason, like the main area that I retain weight is in my stomach, but also like right around the base of my neck, like right below the base of my neck, there's like a spot, and I've noticed it in my mom too, like that where fucking fat seems to accumulate a little more than other areas. But I can tell that's a lot tighter because I'm doing the back and neck exercises, at least a couple times a week. But I can notice that it's a hell of a lot tighter than it used to be. So I know it's progress, although I would like to lose the fucking pounds. It'll come. I did 45 minutes on the fucking elliptical today.
Well, the other thing to remember, like how many years did it take to put the pounds on? So you can't expect to. Well, I was gonna say the other thing to remember is like how many years did it take to put the pounds on in the first place?
Oh yeah.
So you can't expect it to come off that much faster. You know what I mean? It's like.
Yeah, yeah. Although I also need to, I'm reining in slowly but surely too. I'm not buying nearly as much junk food. I'm not drinking as many energy drinks. Again, I haven't phased everything out completely, and I still, I'll hit the sweets occasionally. Um, so that's part of it too. Is I haven't completely dedicated myself to the diet aspect of it, which is huge as far as dropping the actual pounds too. Because I
Oh
can,
yeah.
the last time that I really worked out for an extended period, I can generally, if I'm dieting, if I'm eating right, not even dieting, if I'm just eating right and not eating shit, I would easily drop a pound a day for at least the first 30 pounds.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I'm working on it. It's definitely better than the past, but not quite fully dedicated to the good diet.
Yeah, I gotta stop eating the fucking M&Ms and peanut butter and fucking Nutella combo.
Right. Mm.
Although I'll tell you what I do when it does peanut butter and Nutella in it. I do oatmeal. But like you
That's
can
not
do
bad.
like a bowl of oatmeal and just put a spoonful of each in.
Right.
And it's so
Pretty
good,
good.
man. And then like that's still only like 300-400 calories like all together.
Yeah.
So you can still throw in like an apple on the side and shit and fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get reacquainted with like tuna. Tuna's a really good one, if you're working out and shit.
I love fucking tuna fish and rice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like it too. And luckily I prefer when I make it I put in more mustard than mayonnaise.
Oh yeah,
So
okay.
that helps a lot because it's, mustard's essentially no calories or
I like the fucking like I don't if I'm mixing the tuna in with something else, not making like a sandwich. I don't like
mm-hmm.
to add in like mustard or mayo. I just like the fucking ones like the lemon pepper or the fucking smoked
Mm-hmm.
hickory or the ranch flavor. The fucking pouches of flavored tuna. But I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
how they stack up. Like, are they that better or are they like just fucking the same thing?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about eating just straight salmon, right?
Well, like tuna, like 'cause you can get it in the flavored pouches.
Oh, right.
And then you
Okay.
mix it in like dump it over the top of a salad for some protein or fucking throw it in with some rice for like a meal, like some rice and veggies or whatever that you stir fry up, throw in like the flavored tuna for the meat.
Right.
Or you can get pouches of salmon, that works too.
Yeah, salmon's good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to that. Even canned salmon.
Yeah, even canned salmon. But they make
Yeah,
like the flavored salmon in a pouch thing similar to the tuna in a pouch thing.
yeah.
So,
Should check
like,
that out.
and then some of them even come with a fucking spoon in it. Like the fucking bumblebee, like it has an extra little bubble at the top. And there's a fucking little spoon in there, like a little folding spoon in the top of your fucking tuna pouch. So if you were just eating it like on its own,
Right.
then it's like super easy to do. You just buy the fucking bumblebee and you got the spoon with it. Which I think is smart. But also, they have spam pouches, like different flavors of spam, like teriyaki and fucking hickory smoked and low
All kinds of
sodium.
all kinds of crazy spam shit.
I had the fucking turkey spam,
All right.
where it's turkey
How's
meat.
that?
It was as good as the spam. Like it really was hard to tell the difference
Yeah, that's good.
because like it's turkey, but it's processed exactly the same into the fine fucking formed paste that the fucking the ham version is. And as far as health wise, I don't think there was a huge difference in like calories either.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy how many things turkey can be made to taste like.
Yeah, like turkey bacon is not terrible. I mean, it's not bacon, but
Yeah, it's not as good as the real thing, but it's pretty good, dude. And a hell of a lot less fatty.
and it really doesn't taste like turkey.
Yeah. It reminds me of the old Mitch Hedberg joke. Come on, turkey, just be yourself.
Turkey
Uh,
dogs are not bad, like turkey hot dogs.
Yeah, yeah. The turkey burgers or
Yeah.
even ground turkey, it's not bad, man.
Depending on the cut of the turkey, some of them are better than like ground beef, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah,
It just
yeah. Or
come out
the
tasting better.
yeah, yeah. Just turkey itself, man. Like Thanksgiving coming up,
Mm-hmm.
just straight turkey is so fucking delicious, dude.
We're probably gonna order Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, really?
There's one of
Yeah,
them
that's the way to go.
hoity-toity stores like down the street from us, and
Mm,
like a Whole Foods type store. And so we're just
right.
gonna order like all this stuff ready made from there. It comes out so good. Like we
Yeah,
we did it a couple of years ago, and it's like after the evacuation, we were like, we just don't really want to fucking like have people over or do the cooking. We're just gonna fucking order turkey and mashed potatoes and pie and all that shit, and fucking go pick it up the day of and just fucking like warm it up in the oven. That's all you gotta do.
yeah. I still want to deep fry a turkey. It's so fucking good.
Deep
Miss it.
fried turkey.
Yeah. Have you ever had it?
I've never deep fried a turkey, but I'm pretty sure I've had deep fried turkey because I think my cousin does that now.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
last couple of
To
years,
me,
we've gone
yeah.
down to his place for Thanksgiving, and I think we had the deep fried.
Yeah, to me, it tastes like really good turkey mixed with really good ham. That's kind of how it tastes to me, which is
And it's
fantastic.
juicier.
Oh yeah, fucking a, it's juicier.
Doesn't lose
All that grease.
as much of the juices while you're cooking it.
Mm. Yeah, but well, I think it's mainly the that and the fact that it's just essentially saturated with the grease. You
Yeah,
know what I
it's
mean?
definitely gonna make it taste better.
Yeah, fucking a. I'm pretty sure that's where the ham taste comes from, or at least what I perceive to be the ham taste.
Yeah, I would assume. Yeah,
Either
it's got
way,
to be the oil that
fantastic.
it's cooked in, or just
Yeah,
the style
yeah.
of cooking, perhaps. But goddamn, does it sounds good. I'm pretty sure I've had it. Damn it, now I'm just fucking like.
I don't know, man. I think you would be definitely sure, so maybe not.
Oh, looking through my Steam library now. A bunch of stuff is on sale. Got to check my wish list. Make sure I'm not screwing up by missing out on a game that I might never ever play. Being on sale for a really good price. Man, oh, what would you do if that fucking happened to you? If you were playing Truth and Dare with a bunch of people and they dared you to go home?
I would take the hint, I guess.
Well, I mean, obviously, leave is the first thing you do.
Oh, right. You mean
But
as far as like
do
some
you try
kind
to
of
figure
revenge?
out how to fuck with them in some way back? You know, like not necessarily like obviously not burn the fucking house down. That's fucking insane. But do you just like figure out like I'm gonna fuck all right that guy I'm gonna beat his ass up after school? You
Yeah,
know
I'm
when
gonna
he's not
single
with his
these people out.
friends.
All right. One by one, I'm gonna kick every one of those motherfuckers' ass. Starting with the guy that told me to go home.
Or like you know I'm gonna fucking put fish in that motherfucker's locker. I'm gonna fucking you know like I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking expose that chick because she's fucking like half the football team. I'm gonna make sure her parents find out or something. Like would you go the petty revenge route or would you like just be like fucking I'm just not gonna have anything to do with these assholes. They're obviously not my friends.
Yeah. I probably would at that age, young. Yeah, yeah. I was a fucking very angry young man. So yeah, I would imagine I probably would have. Dude.
Yeah, I don't know that I would have ever done anything like directly like fucking against them, like going and starting a fight. But I definitely would have tried to find some way to fuck them.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I wouldn't try to kill him, but yeah, I would definitely want to fuck with him.
but
Sure.
if they got really, really sick, I wouldn't feel so bad.
Right. Like you did something awful, and they're like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry. Your revenge is already the wheels are already setting. You fucking asshole.
Oh man, totally normal shit. Because the Widow Satan would just fucking, introduce him to the fucking, what do you call it? The, fucking surgical table in the back of his fucking van or whatever, he, murders his victims on.
Like a Saw movie or a Hostel movie?
I assume something along those lines.
Probably closer to Hostel. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna cut you up with this.
That would be the most likely.
Right. If I know Satan like I think I know Satan.
And of course, let's see, like, gaming would probably just make them all cry then and there. Just fucking go off on them.
Yeah, for $10 you can make gaming get.
Oh, is that what was it? Like $10 for drunk? I forget. Right now, all my money, like, I'm not actually gonna buy anything from fucking Steam because like all my money's gonna go for like, buying or Christmas shit. And I like to buy like Christmas gifts for people. Nothing like too fucking crazy, but I always try to figure something out like what'll make their life easier in some way.
Yeah. Putting some thought into a gift, dude. Yeah.
Like, I know my dad is never happy with the amount of salt and pepper my mom puts on his food because he can't really stand up long enough to serve himself right now. So like, I'm gonna buy a fucking salt and pepper shaker, like a funny one, to go sit next to where he fucking hangs out to eat, so that he's just got a fucking he can put it on himself,
Right. Yeah, and it's a gift. It's a gift from you, so your mom can't really.
Exactly. Well, she's fine with it. I talked to her about it. I'm probably also gonna get a retro thing, like a retro candy fucking thing, like from the '60s or whatever. Because they make those little things for like $30, and it just gives you like a big old fucking like selection of candy that you could have bought in the '60s only.
All right.
And then there's like my sister. I'm buying her some fucking quality carabiners because she likes fucking hanging her purse from her belt loop by a fucking carabiner.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh, like the fucking. I'm gonna have to look it up now.
I literally thought you were saying care of beaners.
Carabiner,
some kind of racist. Oh. No, like in care of.
Oh no.
I'm like, I don't know. It sounds racist, but all right. If that's what your sister's, I'm not gonna judge.
The fucking Amazon is racist though, because it fucking it spelt it the wrong way. It spelt it like beaner, like like if you're being racist towards a Mexican, as opposed to like beaner, BINER.
Right.
As it's accurately spelt in the thing. So here, I'm gonna put it in the fucking search in the fucking general chat here. I don't think anybody's watching, but I'll put it in the fucking the fucking thing to the side here. But that's what a carabiner is. She suddenly got super into like using them for like stuff, hanging things from things. They're like mountain climbing gear.
Oh, okay.
I think you'd also call it a D-ring.
Is it kind of for it? Okay, yeah, now I think I know. Is it the ones that kind of screw in place? It's almost like
some of them do, but most of them don't. Like
if you want to, it's like a real ones do. Clip. It's a big metal clip, right?
Yeah, it's a big metal clip, and then the real ones have a screw to put it in place. But the ones that most people use, like my sister uses to hang her purse from a fucking belt loop, doesn't because
Yeah, I'm looking
it's only
at it
meant to hold like 10 pounds, not like 200.
Yeah, not a human being.
Yeah. the ones where like the ones where like you're using them for actual climbing, and they're like they'll hold your body weight plus two more of you.
Right.
Like those ones always have a lock.
Yeah, you don't want anything slipping out in that situation. I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Well, the pin in the bottom will keep the bottom from like giving way, but the hinge might fucking go out the other way, and you don't want that to happen if you're like 5,000 feet up on a fucking side of a mountain, you know?
Wouldn't think so.
Well, I wouldn't, but you know, that's true. Hey, you never know.
Yeah. If you want someone to have an accident, plausible accident,
Somebody
you
made
never
that
know.
fucking truth or dare mistake. You're like, go home. You want me to go home? All right. Well, fucking guess whose carabiner's not going to be fucking rated for their weight.
Oh yeah, let's come on. We'll do some mountain climbing. It'll be great.
Oh yeah, you got to watch it while they die.
Listening to scream the whole way down.
Oh, it'll be so entertaining.
Yeah, we're pretty fucking sick and twisted, dude.
It's good. It's good to be sick and twisted. You need to be in the world. You know, my favorite are the S beaners, where there's like a one on each side.
Oh yeah,
Those
I
are
saw
super
those were in
handy.
there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you don't find very many that are made to actually hold any real weight.
Right.
So they're not. It's hard to find useful ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah, my sister actually uses one of those things for like for keys and shit.
Yeah, that's what I like the S beaners for. Carabiners are good for keys too. Same thing. I don't know, man. They're pretty handy. Like, there's nothing wrong with them.
Right.
It's just suddenly my sister's super into them, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll try to find some like useful, like some decent ones or something for Christmas for her.
Yeah.
Real solid
cool.
quality that won't break as easily.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely like finding a gift that actually putting thought into it and getting somebody something nice, dude. Yeah. It was what kind of irritated me about fucking. Like, I don't really care about getting gifts, but coming from your fucking wife, it
No,
shouldn't
yeah.
be something that seemed like a last minute fucking grabbing some thoughtless fucking nonsense. And especially considering how much effort I put into getting her gifts, it was really fucking irritating, dude.
Oh, that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up.
Like my favorite is when they get you gifts that like are for them.
Yeah, no, she kind of did that. Like there's a book like about the Beatles, which I like the Beatles, but so does she.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
basically, she got it and like read it, and then fucking wrapped it up for me for Christmas. You know what I mean? Like
she got something
had
she knew
already
she
read
would
it.
enjoy too.
Yeah, that has definitely happened. It definitely did.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, and even dude, like one year, because I was tired of it, right? One year around like October, I actually mentioned I'm like, yeah, you should get me some nunchucks for Christmas, and I got nunchucks for Christmas, but it wasn't her who remembered it. It was her son.
Oh no, dude.
You know what I mean? Like I literally dropped the hint like a thing that I'd, and she didn't remember, and it was like, you know what I mean? Like 2 months before Christmas.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
She had already fucking forgot, dude. And I don't know why the relationship is fucking mystery.
How did that fail?
Yeah, shocking. Nope, sorry. It was a bit of a downer. My bad.
Oh man, I don't know, man. Too many fucking downers these days. Everybody's fucking unhappy anyway. It's just fucking everybody's all we should do.
Everything sucks.
Nobody should try to fix anything.
Time to fucking. If we live in a simulation, if any of you fuckers are listening, just fucking reboot it, please.
Just reboot it.
Yes, please reset everything. Fucking Jesus.
Oh man. I'm sorry. I'm looking at some of these carabiners. This one is like a multi-tool, and it's supposed to replace a fucking hammer. The thing is like 2 inches long. Like,
Wow.
they basically, there's like a wire cutter, a bottle opener, a can opener, and like a Phillips head and a flathead screwdriver and a couple of wrenches things on it. So like it's a multi-tool. It's not really that great. I'm sure it sucks at everything.
It's like the Swiss Army carabiner.
Yeah, I was looking to see if there was one that just had like a fucking light on it for like a keychain.
All right.
And there's all these different like multi-tool fucking. There's military carabiners with fucking multi-tools and shit, and it's like, oh, fucking just put a flashlight on it. That's all I want, and fucking a place for keys. Because I think my sister might get a kick out of that, so like that'd be a nice thing to get for like a Christmas thing.
Right.
Because she's the one that's the hardest to shop for. Usually it's like fucking, here's like $50 in a card.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough when you have somebody that don't really.
I'm the same way. There's very little that I actually need.
Yeah, I hear that a lot too. That they don't know what to get me. Fuck that. My wife should fucking know what to get me. Damn it. It's something I'm in. Everyone else, that's cool.
Yeah. Everyone else, that's cool.
Yeah. But the bitch I've been married to for fucking, multiple years. The first few years, okay. But after that, dude, come on.
Oh my god.
I'm not bitter though at all.
No. Not a little bit.
I didn't get that impression at all. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it was just, again, that juxtaposition of how much effort I'm getting her shit and how little effort she put into getting me shit. It bugs me.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm gonna stop talking about it. Leaving no fucking segues.
That's what we should have done from the beginning. Both of us should have just stopped talking from fucking minute one.
Yeah, that's pretty much every episode, though.
Well, I mean, not that we would have ever gained much of a following, but I'm pretty sure our algorithm in this particular channel has been fucked for a very long time.
Right. Just cursed.
Because I would think, like, we would have had, like, a few people here and there.
Yeah.
But whatever. I wouldn't even be surprised if we don't get fucking, like, half the people that are even subscribed probably don't even get a notice that we're live.
Mm. Dude, I've had that where it's not even in my fucking subscription feed. That's fucking weird, dude. I'm like, wow, not only are you not notifying me, but if I'm scrolling through my, again, what I'm actually subscribed to exclusively, it's not even showing up in that.
Yeah. That's the way that and YouTube doesn't have to ban shit. They just fucking make you invisible to everybody.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, the shadow ban, dude.
It's like Styx's channel. Like that's never going to come up as a top search result unless you're specifically looking for Styx.
Yeah. And his really should. I don't understand what they're.
Yeah, ours is we're fucking trash, but fucking Styx's stuff is like fucking top notch. He actually researches that shit.
Yeah, he does great fucking work. But yeah, I don't understand the objection, dude. Like, why? Just because he's not a fucking crazy leftist, he just essentially tells the truth as far as he knows it. Like, I consider him a pretty honest guy for the most part. Actually, I don't think I've ever caught him really in anything that was fucking him bullshitting. And then gives his opinion, and his opinions are usually pretty fucking reasonable. They're not extreme. You know what I mean? Other than saying shit like.
He's never been a super conservative. He's always been a fucking independent.
Yeah,
his whole thing is just totally, it's not really to any side.
Yeah, it's not Republican or Democrat.
Yeah.
Mix of it. Yeah.
Well, like any rational human should, he looks at each individual issue itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I try to do. That's why I'm calling myself either Republican or Democrat or any of that shit. It's because I don't want to get into some mindset where I'm, instead of just, again, considering each issue, I'm like, what does our team think about this?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like conservative for now, but like, you know, that'll change.
Yeah, as the Overton window back and forth.
Well, I mean, then also those things the fucking extremist
change.
swings back and forth. So, you know, we're probably getting close to a swing really, really far back conservatively.
Yeah,
way further than we have before.
Yeah, no, I can see it with like my son and like his friends and shit. They're pretty goddamn conservative, especially for being their fucking age. Dude. He laughs fucking hysterically at the some of the shit I point out, dude.
Well, and here's
because I'll tell him something, and
when degeneracy becomes like the norm, how do you rebel? You don't rebel by being more degenerate. Eventually, you rebel by being super conservative.
Yeah, almost puritanical.
Yeah,
yeah, and it is the nature, you know, teenagers, and you know, probably even into the early 20s, to rebel against whatever happens to be happening. Or not necessarily rebel, but disagree. That little fucker. This dude, no matter what, whatever I fucking tell him, dude, he fucking wants to disagree. It's fucking. I mean, it's funny because I was the same way, so I know like that mindset. But sometimes it's
have you done
really
the thing
annoying.
where you lead him down the path where he thinks he's disagreeing, but he's not? Because you fucking fooled him in the beginning.
Oh yeah, dude. Or I'll
that's the best.
like if I say something funny like on a you know, like in the chat on some of the shit I watch, I'll basically tell him that someone else said it.
He'll laugh, and then
after he fucking laughs, yeah.
You got to do that to them at that age, because when they're that age, you got to fuck with them, man. You don't want them to start to get to the point where they're just disagreeing with everybody just to be an ass for their whole life. You want them to get to the point where, like, yeah, they still question things, but they don't just immediately discount something because, oh, it was this person that said it.
Yeah.
So you gotta fuck with them. You gotta fuck with that perception right there, where it's like.
Although dude, I don't. This doesn't work, but I still do it to fuck with them. I'll be like, dude, I'm way fucking cooler than you. I've gotten way more pussy. I've done all this cool shit. You fucking suck.
Dude, you fucking bully your kid? That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, I mean, he knows I'm joking when I say it.
But, no, I know, but that's like straight out of like fucking like those.
Yeah, that is like some gaslighting, fucked up nonsense. But no, he knows I'm fucking with him. You know what I mean? He doesn't like get down about it. He just kind of fucking laughs. Or I mean, he gets irritated, but he's not like, you know, because I've done it to him, you know, more than once. But yeah, it's he knows I'm doing it to fuck with him, so it doesn't work as well anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I refrain from telling him that I banged his because I kind of have an urge to do that.
Yeah, I fucked your mom.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why I think that's funny.
He'd be like, I fucking hope so, at least once. Otherwise, what the fuck did I come from?
Oh man, but just pointing it out. Hey, you know, me and you have both sucked on your mom's titties. You know, I don't.
Oh, okay, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
My dad and my mom used
like
to
I said, the concept of
actually
saying you're pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My dad and my mom used to like kiss to try to like gross me out. So I'd just be like, give it to her harder, Dad. Lucky you want to see two people be like, all right, we're done.
Hey, that's enough of that.
and I'm just sitting there like, and who fucking wins?
Yeah, really give her the tongue, man. Like, really get in there.
Like,
tickle the tonsils, Dad.
Oh, goddamn. It's perfect because, like, it's just, there's there's really no way to win against that. It's so fucking disturbing.
Damn.
Oh man.
Yep.
Oh, victory.
Hooray.
This you know what? This is probably the fucking one of the things is like not having Twitter is affecting negatively.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of like scrolling through it to try to. That is pretty much all I do. Is like, oh, is there a low? Is there something that I?
Well, usually I have a bunch of fucking articles that I found on Twitter that were funny.
All right. I was seeing something earlier. It was Zoe Quinn complaining that people are fucking wishing death on her or something.
Well,
or
let's
like,
be fair,
the guy
that's like most of America, right?
Yeah. Most people hate you, bitch. Although one of the persons was responding like, "No, we don't want you to commit suicide. We just want you to admit that you're full of shit, and that guy didn't fucking abuse you. The guy that killed himself over your accusations,
oh yeah,
didn't fucking do anything." And I was thinking, no, I kind of want her to kill herself. I mean, I think that would make the world a better place. Fuck her.
Yeah,
she's a fucking horrible human being, dude.
I don't think Zoe Quinn has any redeeming qualities, really. Unfortunately,
no, she doesn't. She's a psychopath, dude, for sure.
Oh, I fucking one of the books I was looking for in a collection of books I'm buying to read again. Turned out to be like the fucking weird one that just that's worth like $300 or $400 if you can find a copy. And it's not even like a famous author or anything. I don't know if you even know like
how much. How much did you say?
Like $300-$400 if you can even find a copy.
Wow.
Because they're so rare.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I will read the entire series of books except for that one, because all the rest of them are like $5. Like you can buy them used for like $2 or $3, $5, depending on like how popular that book in the series was. And then there's just like number 7, Tales from the One-Eyed Crow. Yeah, you could spend $350. Excuse me, what?
Yeah,
put a decimal in the wrong place, I believe. I thought you meant $3.50.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry, dude. I was just on Twitter with this dude in a bunny outfit beating the shit out of 2 dudes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one where it shows that guy. I've seen that. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking the gifts with sound and stuff where they'll like combine. Like a scene where like people are giving drugs to somebody and then it turns out to be like that bunny or a bunny and then it goes and shows that bunny like beating the shit out of 2 people. They cut it into like a movie scene almost.
Damn.
Let's see. We could go through the hentai language dictionary, but that sounds fucking awful. Let's see.
Those polar bears or those dogs? They're like being towed behind them. They're like in like tires going through the snow. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that one? Those dogs. They're dogs. They look like polar bears, but they're dogs. They look like little mini polar bears.
I think I know what kind of dog you're talking about too.
Yeah, a big puffy dog, dude.
It's like the Malamute. Because there's like they're giant Alaskan Malamute. They're big fluffy dogs, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they look like like Malamutes are similar to Huskies, right?
Yeah, except sometimes you can get them with more white coloring. Lighter coloring.
Right.
But they're fluffier. And then the Huskies are smaller and more muscular.
Yeah, I posted it to the Discord.
Yeah, those are Malamutes, yeah.
Nah, kind of figured.
I think they're like puppies. They're little puppy Malamutes.
Yeah, they definitely don't look. Yeah, they don't look like they're puffy as hell. Jesus Christ. Like you fluff them out. They're not naturally like that, are they?
No, some of them are. It just depends on the time of year.
Oh yeah, it'd be thicker during
The
the.
ones you associate with sled dogs are actually like the actual huskies as opposed to Malamutes.
Right.
And they're like smaller and leaner. Like a wolf compared to that, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like it's funny because you would think you'd want bigger dogs, but I guess the huskies just have better stamina.
Yeah, that makes sense. The Iditarod.
Yeah, it's a trip.
I
But
don't
the
really hear about
Malamutes,
it.
I think, were more like hunting dogs or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, they kind of have that fucking Shiba face, though, don't they? If you look up a Shiba
Mm.
dog, it's that weird fluffy face.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. They're just not usually white. They're usually darker colors, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But they have that same kind of quizzical, dumb fuck look to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just do a fucking posted search, Google search. Let me Google that for you.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the kind of dog that fucking Rags uses for his fucking.
Probably they're super fucking popular. Um, there's like a video of one where it like keeps putting its paw on like a little dog over and over and over, and then it switches to the other paw, and the little dog fucking goes after him. And then it looks all confused and dumb. Like that's a really common
Gotcha.
gif. It's like, why is it angry at me? Like, cause you're fucking with it. Quit fucking with the dog. It won't bite you. Of course, then again, it's nothing like when you talk about fucking like fucking dachshunds. Because like dachshunds just don't fucking know how big they are. They're just fucking. They think they're the biggest dog out there, even though they're little fuckers.
Oh Jesus.
Because like even our little dachshund that we had fucking went running out of fucking like a fucking, it's not a Rottweiler, but the fucking Doberman, like a Doberman.
It's
And the
worse than a
Doberman picked up the
Rottweiler.
fucking dachshund and just threw it.
Jesus.
Right? And so the fucking
Dachshunds.
dachshund comes barking back like extra loud, like it's like you just made it matter. I was like, motherfucker, you just got thrown the back across the yard. You can't you can't come back from that.
Like, oh, now I'm really gonna get you.
Yeah.
God.
Well, that's what
Chihuahuas. Fucking hate Chihuahuas. Same shit.
It's almost the same thing as the fucking impeachment hearings. But this time we really mean it. We're really, really, truly gonna do it. We mean it this time. Like Mueller too. The impeachment. Fucking so retarded. And I like the one point Steven Crowder made. I thought that was pretty fucking reasonable. Is you can't have it both ways. Donald Trump is either a Russian spy or he's working with the Ukrainians, because you can't be both.
Right.
Because the Ukraine and Russia do not get along at all. Like, even a little bit. So if he's really a Russian spy, the Ukrainian government would not be like, oh yeah, no, he didn't do any of what you're saying. They'd be like, yeah, absolutely. Fuck that Russian pig. Yeah.
Yeah. And it turns out it's probably neither. Pretty much neither.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely neither. But like, it's just funny that
but it definitely can't be.
They want you to think that he's a Russian spy.
And
who has the fucking Ukrainian government working for him. It's like, okay, because that makes sense.
Yeah, it's all fucking nonsense, dude.
The Russian spy who's lived in the United States his entire life. Like, all right. Like, he's extremely, like, an extremely public figure, so it's not like it's even that hard to fucking track where he's been. There
Yeah.
isn't like 5 years where he was training in evil Russian spy school that nobody fucking knows about.
Yeah.
Like, he's fucking so fucking dumb. It's also so fucking dumb that they pick like the Russians as the fucking bad guys because like they haven't been a threat since like the 90s. You know, all
Yeah,
our
if
trade
even then,
sanctions
yeah.
have just fucking destroyed them.
Yeah, this is not the old U was fucking. Yeah, it basically all crashed, dude. They're
Mm-hmm.
not communist anymore. They're fucking. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
communism
And,
destroyed their economy, and whatever communism didn't destroy, our trade sanctions fucking did even worse. You know.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you wanted to pick a
That's the other
country,
thing. They seem to like the whole right thing, but if
yeah.
Trump's doing it, then it's bad.
Well,
But
and
they
if they
love
really wanted to
communism.
make it look bad, they would have said Trump was like a spy for China or something. I think would have been
Mm,
a better sale.
yeah. Although, yeah. China is still essentially communist, though, right? I mean, they
Yeah,
still
but
everything's.
they're an, the only reason they're able to compete with us on the fucking market is because of how much shit we pay for.
Mm,
You know, like
yeah,
so, like the
and
shipping and things like we basically fucking hand them a good portion of the business intentionally.
yeah, I forget what law. It was some holder of a law from like 50 years ago, where they, as far as shipping stuff, they gave certain countries a break. And again, when it was enacted, it made sense to give China such a big break because they were, you know, essentially a third world country. They needed the fucking break.
Yeah,
But that's still in effect today to the degree that it's cheaper to ship something from China to the U.S. than shipping it from any spot in the U.S. to anywhere else in the U.S.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
that's
China still
it's
does a
still
lot of
never been
weird
cheap.
shit though, like communist shit, where like there's a 50-lane freeway that fucking merges into like 3 lanes.
Jesus.
Like where they just build fucking roads out in the middle of nowhere because they needed to fucking build a road to have work for people to do so that they could pay them for
Right.
fucking food. You
That's
know, like
crazy.
a good portion of the food that we used to pay farmers not to grow now just gets shipped to China.
Yeah,
So, I
it's
mean,
crazy.
well, it's all signs that the country is becoming more and more of a successful country. The less communism is involved in there, like the more they release the communism releases the reins of fucking the business market, the better the fucking country
Yeah,
does.
yeah, the closer to free market.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, any actual competition. But yeah, I mean, I think they try to pretend like they're not still communist, right? Like, that they're not essentially in
I
charge of all
think
these
so.
businesses.
I'm not sure. I fucking it's hard to tell.
Yeah, you can't trust them.
I just don't
I was
fucking
actually
care.
watching. Yeah,
We shouldn't
yeah.
be
Well,
working with them on any major scale anyway, so I don't really like fucking
Yeah,
care what they are or not.
we shouldn't be encouraging their behavior.
We should be fucking actively working against them until they're fucking actually have freedom in their country.
Yeah, fucking a, dude. But I was watching a thing because I think it is, especially the I think are actually like not affected that much by government or whatever.
Yeah.
I was watching this thing where this dude was running a used car lot, and he was basically taking salvaged vehicles and selling them as just used, like doing these repairs to make it look like it's
Oh,
fine. And essentially, like, it's fucking
that's fucking
incredibly
dirty.
dangerous. And basically, like, he was telling like this one dude that I guess had was like working there. I think he might have been going cover, but he was basically, look, just don't sell them to any of your friends or relatives. You're selling them to strangers, so who cares? Like,
Yeah.
that kind of attitude seems pretty prevalent in China
Oh,
about a
that is
whole lot
super
of different
prevalent.
shit.
That's why that's why you had all the problems with like fake food.
Yeah, chopping up plastic and throwing a little seasoning on it and managing, passing it off as actual nutrition.
Well, I mean, if you only put in if it's 75% rice and 25% non-toxic plastic, that looks like rice and is chewy enough that they won't fucking notice.
Right.
You know, it's like it's the same shit that used to happen in the fucking in like Europe and shit when they were starting to become industrialized, where they put fucking like half the bread had like plaster of Paris mixed in, or fucking lead powder, or fucking like just regular fucking clay or whatever, just anything white.
Right. Anything that would blend in, essentially.
Anything that would blend in and make it look whiter and fucking sturdier, like hold its shape better.
Yeah. Fucking nuts, dude.
So there was all sorts of crazy shit they added in there, and then fucking humanity is just shitty when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like if you can get by without actually doing the work and be able to charge more for the same product, you're gonna fucking, most people are gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's why you have to have regulation.
Greed is major motivator, man.
Yeah, well, if McDonald's could put fucking 50% sawdust in all their fucking hamburgers and no one would know, they'd absolutely fucking do it and still sell it. Because it'd be like, I mean, they'd make billions of fucking dollars.
Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely regulation to avoid that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think that a lot of our regulations as far as food goes are not strict enough.
Right.
Like, I don't think the parts of roach per fucking ounce in tuna fish should be anything above 0. Like, I think that should just be something that's not allowed.
Yeah, like at all.
Yeah, like, oh, if there's roaches in your fucking tuna, then throw it out and fucking try again.
Yeah, maybe run money into your anti-roach fucking practices.
Well, as it turns out, other countries do that, and it works just fine.
Yeah.
So,
charge a few more cents. Kill all
the roaches. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll pay a nickel more for a can of tuna. Absolutely, if all the roaches are not in there.
Yeah.
But also things like, like peanut butter, like you don't know how long those peanuts just sat out in the fucking sun.
Right.
Like half their fucking peanuts at a lot of these factories go bad before they even get to use them. Because they just sit out in the fucking parking lot or whatever.
Right. Yeah, no, I wouldn't get a lot tighter scrutiny, man.
Yeah.
Mainly just for food, but yeah, shit that people are actually ingesting should be pretty fucking strict.
Well, as far as like being open, like maybe you don't have a thing, but there has to be like a big label that says like 7 roach parts allowed per ounce on the side of your fucking
like
tuna can.
Yeah, maybe that'd be good. Larger than anything else on your label. How many fucking roach parts per million or whatever?
Yeah.
That alone would probably cut that out pretty quick.
100 noise, you bet it.
Yeah. Their companies would put in the effort to get that down to 0 and put it on their fucking label.
Oh yeah, and there's the thing that gets me. It's a lot of the sugar-free stuff means that they put as small of an amount of sugar as they can absolutely get away with, and still call it sugar-free.
Yeah, fat-free, same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, sugar and fat are the 2 main sources of flavor.
Right.
Salt like enhances flavor, but there has to be some to start with.
Yeah, there has to be the flavor there to begin with.
Yeah, so they gotta have either fat or they gotta have sugar, and as it turns out, sugar is really bad for everybody, so fat would be better.
Mm.
Yeah, of course, then people always mention the 7-country study or whatever. Like the one that started with like 20 fucking countries and then didn't pan out.
So you just eliminated the country?
Yeah, they just eliminated all the
not.
countries that said saturated fat had nothing to do with heart disease. So, I don't know, man. Fuck it. Who cares?
Fuck
Burn it
it!
all. Just
Fuck
make
the
sure we all got
world.
some decent weed on the way down.
Indeed. Let me know when the world's gonna end, 'cause then I can get high and shit.
Oh
Not
yeah,
feel
if it's
guilty
if
about
it's a
the
definite like
relapse.
it's gonna end, yeah, for sure. Oh,
All
I did like
right.
those two fucking videos you sent, the Pete Holmes with fucking Bison and Guile.
Yeah. Dude, there's more, dude. They're all fucking funny.
I like the fucking like I don't think you've been in a war. Your fighting style, you'd be dead pretty much right the fuck away.
He's like, yeah, I fought the enemy and I defeated. Like, dude, you do that, you're gonna get fucking shot right away.
Oh
Damn.
hell yeah.
He's like, no, this was the no gun war, 62.
The no
Where'd you go to
gun.
boot camp? Camp boot.
I'm gonna put down that you've heard of war. And even then, I don't know if I'm not. That's not still a lie. It's just a more believable lie.
Right. No, he basically says, yeah, I'm gonna. Or he's like, I have heard. He's like, I don't believe you, but that's what we're gonna put down.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, the bison one, dude. Oh fuck, that one's really good because it really fucking totally explains how fucking nonsensical the fucking shit behind Street Fighter is. Wait, how exactly are you gonna take over the world with a fucking Street Fighter tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah, or
There's
dude,
no connection
like I was
whatsoever.
saying,
It's literally just like, and then I take over the world. Fucking what?
yeah, he's like, for a third of the price, you could get a gigantic death ray, point it at Washington, and you're done. You take over the.
Essentially, yeah. Essentially, you'd be the same thing. That's what he's saying. Like, yeah, that's pretty fucking good. I like the part where he's listing off the fucking things that'd be in the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like fucking, he's like monitors for the kids. It's like, what fucking kids?
Yeah.
People fucking punching the cars into little pieces. You don't fucking have kids in the back there. I hope.
Yeah, I like how he sets it up. Okay, so after every third match, you want the fighters to destroy a car? Does it have to be in a Mercedes M class or whatever? He's like, yes! It must have all the features. GPS navigation. Like, dude, you're just destroying the fucking car, dude. Why would it have to have all these features, dude? Yeah, that's just fucking hilarious. Or the thing where he's talking about
he is when he finally accepts the Atlanta.
Yeah, he's all sad. Okay, we'll have it in Atlanta. Yeah, yeah, you will be bankrupt 6 months. Give it your way. Yeah, your divorce totally fucked you.
What was it? It's one of those areas around Atlanta where they allow gambling, but only on the water. So people got around, like, essentially built, like, man-made lakes with just these giant resorts on them that are technically boats.
Oh, right.
And so each of those hotels, those gambling hotels, has by law, a boat captain. And his whole job is to, like, keep, like, basically just to maintain the boat and keep it from sinking 24/7.
Right.
So literally, like, every one of those fucking gambling casinos just has a captain that just chills. Because, like, even if the boat started to sink, where's it going to go? Like, 10 feet down into the fucking bottom of the lake?
Yeah. Yeah, that shit's fucking nuts.
Wouldn't that be, like, the best job ever? Like, you'd have to live at the fucking hotel, like, 5 days a week. I'm sure, like, on the weekends you'd get to go and they'd have, like, a, junior captain that watches it for, like, 2 days. But for, like, 5 days a week, you live at the fucking hotel. Dude, that'd be fucking crazy. Like, it would be like the cushiest job. That'd be better than my job, I would imagine. Because I think you can also, like, perform marriage ceremonies and shit. So you'd get to, like, marry a bunch of idiots that shouldn't get married. Be like, it's gonna last a week.
I am not marrying you because this isn't going to work. I've never been more certain of anything.
Look, dude, your wife blew me an hour ago. This is not, you're not in true love.
Your wife is the one you want to be your wife. Huge fucking whore.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's down in my fucking blood pressure pills, and they started to dissolve in my fucking throat.
That's fun. You have high blood pressure?
Oh, yeah. Fat fuck like me. Of course I do.
Well, dude, I don't, oddly enough.
Oh, well.
Yeah, for some reason, my fucking blood pressure is fucking perfect.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mystery because I'm, well over 100 pounds overweight. Or at this point, I'm not. I guess I've lost enough that I'm not quite 100 pounds. But I've spent several years over 100 pounds overweight, and somehow my blood pressure is perfect.
Watch, the better shape you get in, the higher your blood pressure gets. So, like, we got to give you pills.
Yeah, I'm all stressed out about keeping myself in shape. Now my blood pressure's through the roof. I'm going back to binging. More healthy. Cholesterol, I haven't had that test. It's bad. It's really bad. But somehow that has not affected.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It really makes sense if you subscribe to the, like, fats and saturated fats don't actually cause heart disease. It's mostly sugar, but then I imagine you eat a lot of sugar because you talk about it a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, it's, my diet is absolutely horrible. But somehow, I don't know how, but my blood pressure seems perfectly fine.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Be happy with what you got. Oh, there's one with Blanca. Oh, that is a fucking hideous outfit.
Oh, fuck yeah, that one's because he's basically if you're gonna watch it, but basically he's comparing him to he's like, you're not a human, dude. You're a fucking big savage beast, and so you are going to be shipped as cargo to the fights.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude, that one's pretty fucking funny.
Dude, I watched the fucking Street Fighter movie the other night because we were talking about it, and I was like, I gotta watch that shit again. And fucking the way Blanca gets created in that one is like Guile's friend gets kidnapped by Bison along with a bunch of other people, and he fucking does weird experiments to turn him into Blanca.
Alright.
So fucking Guile, who's played by fucking the Muscles from Brussels, comes in. They break into the fucking hideout. He finds the dude, and he's like all fucking ready to just put him out of his misery. He's like, I'm just gonna fucking kill him, even though like the guy can still like have a conversation and is still totally fucking himself.
Right.
He's fucked up from all the weird experimentation and shit, but he's not like inhuman.
Yeah, it's not
and
like
Guile is just like, I'm sorry, dude, I gotta fucking kill you. You don't look right. Fucking
yeah, you were not good looking enough to be my friend, so you might as well.
It was fucking hardcore, dude. You're just like, damn, Guile, you fucking harsh, dude.
That is the one where Raul, the guy from the Addams Family.
Yeah. Yep, Raul Julia.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, who's passed on. I think he died during the making of that, actually. Because they had a big fucking thing to him at the end, like a big message, like...
Oh, at the end of the movie? Or
I think he died during the making of Street Fighter.
Yeah, I can understand that. Died of shame. That shitty movie. Like, why did I agree to this? What if it was just kids played Street Fighter? They insisted I make this movie.
Oh, he died before it was released, but not before they finished filming it, I think.
Oh, gotcha.
I was
He wasn't that old, was he?
No, it was a stroke, so it was one of those things where like they just happened.
Yeah, something that like a lot of times people survive, but he just didn't.
Let's
like
see.
A heart attack or a stroke could kill you the first time, or you could have like 6 of them.
Yeah, well, his was October 16th, 1994. He suffered a stroke and fell into a coma 4 days later and was put on life support. So, and then 4 days after the coma and life support, he died because apparently there's a brain hemorrhage from the stroke.
Sucks,
and it was, the last performance, Street Fighter was it. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. It was Pharrell Via Con Dios was in the credits. So, yeah, he was. That was his last film.
He did as well as he could with that character, though. He did good.
Compared to what he was given, he did magic. John Candy's last ones was Wagons East.
Yeah. Was what?
John Candy's last film that he died during the making of was Wagons East. Basically a bunch of fucking people who are fed up with the frontier life and going back.
Dude, you're breaking up big time.
He passed asleep. He passed into sleep of a heart attack. Oh, am I roboting?
I didn't hear most of what you just said.
Oh, okay. I said, well, at least it wasn't like John Candy who died making Wagons East. Like, that was a fucking letdown.
I'm going to give up on hearing what you're trying to tell me.
Okay, you can't. No.
Whatever it is, I am not meant to hear it.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfectly.
All right, you know what? It's been about 3 hours. Let's call it a fucking day. I think it's telling us to fucking end it.
Yeah, it's after 1 in the morning where I'm at. God damn it.
All right.